Welcome to Razorback Recon. I am the Sarge. YT's working today, so might be joining us a little late, but he will be here. Hope everybody's having a great Friday afternoon. Beautiful day for baseball today. And we get to take on Oklahoma. Number 22 Oklahoma, or 24 Oklahoma, sorry, comes to Fayetteville to play 17th ranked Arkansas. Hopefully, we get our heads out of our backsides and we play some ball today. We got deets going, so it's going to be a good game. Let's get the win right out the gate, set the tempo for the weekend, and take care of these Oklahoma Sooners. Again, we did a little rebranding. We changed the name of the show back to what I originally had it when I first started. I like it better. But the quality, the amount of shows, nothing's changing. We will keep marching in the direction we are heading. The mission has not changed. And it's only going to get bigger and better. But so you'll see some new graphic stuff. And we got our X back up and running. So if you are on X, you can follow us at Razorback Recon. We post a lot of stuff over there, newsworthy, stuff like that. And then Twitch is all of our highlights and clips, along with the shorts on YouTube. So that's all of our social medias. Bear with me today, folks. The allergies are kicking my behind. Grass has been cut. There has been about, I'd say 8 acres of grass cut around me today, and that makes my eyeballs go crazy. So I got to squint like an old man to be able to read my screens. Oh, to be young again. So, moving forward, let's see who's in the house here. Jeff, Woo Pig Suey, what's up, buddy? Michael, good to see you, man. Yes, I spent a lot of time with the grandson yesterday. He was giving Mama a hard time, so I said bring him to Papa Sarge, and Papa Sarge straightened him out. We got him to go to sleep. He didn't want to sleep, but he quickly learned that Papa Sarge is a lot more stubborn than he is. But it was a great day. Then he was good, really good after that for Papa Sarge anyway, all day. Let's see who else we got. Ark Joe's moderating today for us. Appreciate you, Ark Joe, coming in and keeping the peace. Tamara, good to see ya. GM Loveless. Guys, I'm going slow because I have to squint because my eyes are so swollen from this allergies. So just bear with me on that. Appreciate you, man. Donnie Wheeler, appreciate you for becoming a member of the SAR Squad. Welcome to Razorback Recon. JK, so are we still in the sweep these guys mode? Possibly. Hey, Ozzy's back. Not only is Arkansas going to win, Arkansas is going to sweep. Positive Ozzy rest of the way. Well, Ozzy, I hope so, buddy. I really hope so. Positive Ozzy is way better than negative Ozzy. Also, since Deets moved to Friday night roll, we have not. You're right. I don't expect we will today either. Richard, what's up, buddy? Hey, Star Squad, let's go. Woo Pig Suey, absolutely. LC, what's going on, buddy? Good to see ya. Robert Williams, always good to see you. D Black, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Glad you're here. Shandy, man, I can't see you at all, hardly. Ready for a hell of a series. Fire been in Gatlinburg for 2 weeks. Good to be back. Hey, there you go. That's nice. I've been to Gatlinburg years ago. Sean, Papa Sean gets the grandkids whenever they get their shots. Yeah, right. Hope Hawks get a win. Yeah, Hawk fan, we gonna get a win today. Josh Jones, man, what's going on, buddy? I love you too, brother. Hope everything is well with you and getting that time with you. Yeah, man, it's been great, man. Hey, he's been a blessing for sure. So I'm so happy. Joy, good to see you. Glad you're here. Steven, good to see you. Man, I cannot read that name. Don Chip. Hey, Sarge, go Hogs. Love it. I have 2 games. I have this game on TV and have my Royals. There you go. Yeah, hey, could you do me a favor? Tell Salvador Perez and Miguel Garcia I need a couple home runs for fantasy today, and they're on my team. So could you put a good word in for Sarge and have him go yard a couple times? Would be great. Would appreciate that, Ron. Yes, we did watch the softball game yesterday. I got my internet upgraded to ridiculous speed, and they got done about the 3rd inning of the game, so I didn't go live, but I did watch it. It was just one of those things, man. The girls played their hearts out. Just got a little wonky in the end there. Let's see what we got going on here. If we got any little pre-game stuff yet. It's getting there. So we do appreciate we're at 42 likes already, and when the game meeting started, so we should hit the 100 like button before the first inning is over. That way we could keep the streak going. We'll be on 2 now, but we want to get to least from now until we get knocked out for the season. We need to make sure we get that streak, keep that streak alive. We got to 15 at one time. No, Dale. I think they got a pretty good shot of getting to the College World Series. And so I'm not sure how that works, but I still think they got more to play. Yeah, there you go, Pacer. Thank you. And as always, we appreciate Build Right Buildings for being the sponsor of the channel. We will get to the Build Right Buildings. I'm going to have to make them like a Build Right Buildings home run inning or something. So if they hit a home run, we give them a big shout out or something. I'll have to figure out something special to do with them. Coming up here in the oh brother, now they're saying something went wrong with the there it is. Okay, I was gonna say, do not start this crap. Here we go, folks.
He puts a lot of pressure on those opposing offenses.
This is an Oklahoma team that likes
consistent to the plate. You can see he hits that baseball all fields, and that speed is what causes errors like that. Again, you can't
You're good, Archie.
Speed like what he has, and again, how he goes is how the Sooners go.
Also 27
yeah, I would think so, Tamara.
in conference games, which is second most in those SEC-only contests. Hey, speaking about driving in runs, Kahio Aloy is on a heater now for the Razorbacks.
Boy, he really is. It all started with him having
Timmer, you're going to have to come on one of our talk shows.
Balls and not swinging at pitches outside the zone. Nobody in the SEC
I'm not gonna
hits
say
the ball as hard as Kahio, and there was
make
one
it sound
right
weird,
there
but
that
I've seen your profile, and
3 homers over the weekend.
if I'm not mistaken, you do a lot of breakdowns and analysis.
at 469
so we would love to
feet.
have you on the show
Arkansas certainly enjoyed
when we
that,
do our
as
live
did
talk
Alloy,
shows.
And I know the Razorbacks also
If you would,
and always enjoy when Hunter
like
Dietz
to
is
do
on the
that.
mound.
Boy, Brett, he has
Just let
been
me know.
really, really good. The
'Cause,
fastball will be up to about 97 miles
we'd
an hour.
love to have a smart
The cutter's
person on
been
the show.
exceptional, and the pitch that's really kind of coming along is that overhand curve that he throws about 80.
Oklahoma will start with Johnson, Brock, and LaChance. The top three, Willits, Gamble, and Dickerson. Then Walk, Branch, and Harris, the starting nine for head coach Skip Johnson.
All right, here we go,
Ready to
Dietz.
roll, 77-degree
Right off the bat
afternoon.
with a
There's
strike.
one
That's
from
what I'm talking
Dietz.
about.
Our plate umpire is Kevin Sweeney.
Yeah, okay, I thought
James
he was.
Ainsworth at first, Jeff
By what I
Wright
was
at
reading,
second.
so
Michael Phillips
I would
will
love
umpire
to-
at third, and there is Johnson with
like I
those
said,
numbers. And again,
get you on the show
27
sometime.
of his 37 runs batted in have come in SEC-only games.
It would be great to have a
Lefty-lefty matchup
female,
on the ground towards Souza. Nolan's got it.
point of
Easy
view.
flip to first to Rutenbar.
There you go,
And
Dietz.
Johnson retired to
Two
begin
pitches,
this
one
game.
out.
But of course, the way these
David, what's
Sooners
good, buddy?
run,
Hope everything's
Dietz
going
and the
good for you.
Razorbacks want to keep them off the bases and limit their opportunities to cause some Oklahoma chaos.
Well, that really helps the situation when you don't have that guy on the bases.
Welcome
But,
to
you're
Friday
right. This is a team that's
night
attempted
baseball, everybody.
120 stolen
Hogs,
bases,
Oklahoma can't get much
successful
better than that.
102 times.
We should get a lot of people
Teams have run
watching.
very seldom against the Razorbacks.
Make sure you hit
so
that
it's an
like button on
interesting
your way
contrast.
in.
This is Brendan Brock, the catcher. He takes strike one.
Brett, that's that slow curveball.
Absolutely,
that if
Tamara.
Dietz lands
So
that,
good
he's
deal.
almost
We'll get you
unhittable.
in there.
His ability to throw 2, sometimes 3 pitches for strikes, really impressive, and he's pumping strikes today to Brock, who has the 41 runs batted in and 9 homers for a team that's hit just 48 on the season. See what he does, 0-2 for Dietz. There's a chopper that is fouled towards Pompey across the chalk.
Yeah, Brett, Hunter Dietz's ability to get ahead of
Yeah, he
hitters
seems
with the
to,
stuff he has
Ozzy.
makes him really, really tough.
Since he was moved from the Saturday or Game 2 starting assignment to the leadoff in this rotation,
Appreciate you if you're over
seems
on
like Arkansas has
Twitch.
caught a bit of a wave. There's the big breaking ball.
Beautiful.
Strike 3 to Brock, and there's quickly 2 outs.
Well, as a hitter, you give up on that pitch when it comes out of the hand. And remember, Hunter Dietz is 6'6", so that ball comes up really, really high, and then the depth on it is what makes it so filthy.
Hero, what's going on, buddy? Good
So a
to
soft
see you.
ground out, strikeout. Brings up Dayton LaChance. Been on a home run bender as of late. 6 on the season, 40 knocked in. Well, that one just slipped right out of the hands of Dietz. He's around the zone so much.
Yeah, he's even thinking
every
it's
once in
funny.
a while he needs just to flip one to the
Change
back.
the eye level a little
You don't
bit.
see much reaction out of Hunter Dietz, but he even had to laugh at himself on that one.
Just a bit outside. See?
Wave and a miss again against Dietz.
Got him right where he wants him.
I like how Ryder Helford came right back to that same pitch.
Ground ball back up the middle. Kosha was playing in the hole, so even though that was one to the left of second base, that's a single for LaChance, first base hit of our game.
Sometimes you wonder on positioning, and with Dietz throwing as hard as he does, that your shortstop's not playing up the middle a little bit more, but Kojal checking his position card. Guess it didn't have him playing up the middle
No, I
against
guess it did
LaChance.
not. So the shortstop is Jackson Willits, son of Reggie
Xander,
Willits,
what's going on, buddy?
assistant coach who
Welcome
runs
in.
this offensive system. And Dietz down low with a 94-mile-an-hour fastball.
So, Brett, of all the guys that run for OU, LaChance at first base is 0 for 0.
There's a chopper right to Pompey. Nice big bounce. Flips to first.
Beautiful.
Retires Willits.
Great first
It
inning.
ends the top of the first inning, so a single for the Sooners. That's it. The Razorbacks come.
Can't ask for much more than Dietz. From that from Dietz. Doyle, doing good, buddy. That's awesome. Tell your grand says Sarge says hello. Yeah, it does, Steven. Would love to see that. He's no nerves. He's pitching like he should be there, and that's what we need. He's embraced that Friday night role, and I don't think he wants to give it up.
It low to mid 90s. He'll throw a cutter, slider, and a changeup as well. Opponents are hitting 237 off the right-hander, but here's the crazy thing, Brett. Both right-handers and left-handers have the same
no, Sean.
batting average.
No thanks, buddy.
Of Mercurius.
Sorry you
That's
got
a little
that.
bit hard to believe this deep in the season at
But
237. That strikeout to walk
I
ratio.
am good with my allergies.
Really good. Arkansas's lineup today will feature Ruiz, Kojal, and Helfrich, the top three. Then Rutenbar, Kuhiuloy moves up to the 5th spot. Souza in that Hawaiian combination in the 6th hole. Then it's New, Stewart, and Pompey rounding out the starting 9 for Dave Van Horn.
Ooh.
Well, Mercurius
Rutenbar batting 4th
has
today.
been struggling a little bit this season, a 4.95 ERA, but last weekend against Florida, he threw 4 innings, only gave up 1 hit.
Yeah, I can't wait for
and
the
opponent's
ABS
hitting
too.
077 in
It's
those
going to
4
expose
innings,
how
so
bad these
maybe
umpires
he's
have
gonna
been.
take a turn that OU really wants him to do right now.
Yeah, they used an opener in game 1. Everything ended up working out. Oklahoma came back to win that game in dramatic fashion. Dropped the next 2. Here's Ruiz. He takes strike 1. Damian has reached base in 14 straight games. And tied for the top batting average on this Arkansas team with Kuhiuloy. He's made that big jump. And Ruiz, one of a couple of Razorbacks.
Man, I'm sorry to
who
hear
has
that,
actually
Reese. Hope
walked more
everything's
than he has
going
struck out.
all
When you
right.
get this deep into the season.
Glad
that
you're
is saying
back.
something.
But
Yeah,
hate
it
to see
definitely
you.
really
That
is.
was in an accident, man.
Took that fastball right down the middle and missed a really good slider cutter by Mercurius right there.
Fastball just a little bit outside off the corner at 92.
I don't know if that froze Ruiz or if he has a really, really good eye, because that was a close pitch.
SEC
A couple of inches
network
off.
doing SEC network things here with
We
these
had the
dang
ABS. We
glitches.
could challenge it already. Be there waiting in Hoover. Here's the 1-2 to Ruiz. That is chopped fouled outside of third base. It's a Razorback team that did not play midweek after that dramatic win on Sunday with the Christian Turner walk-off home run. I was curious to see if maybe he would be in the lineup. DVH teased something to that effect based on his performance, and there he is. Sometimes you thrust your way into an opportunity, and then it's yours until something changes, but not today. 1-2 pitch at the bottom of the zone, called strike 3.
I'm going to try to fix
Thought
it in the
that might
next
have been a
commercial
little
break.
bit
I
low.
don't know.
Kevin Sweeney thought about
It can't be nothing
for a
on my
split
end.
second, then rung up Ruiz.
Just a really good job by Brock right there. See if he doesn't pull that baseball up just a hair. I think,
That's
yeah,
down.
that was down. Good job by the catcher. Stole
Between
a strike.
innings, sometimes if I refresh the screen, though, it'll stop it.
Brings up Kojal. His 53 runs batted in are 6th most in the SEC.
Behold, what's good, buddy?
Just a little bit under 300 for the year. 2 hits this past weekend in 11 at-bats against the Rebels, but did drive in 3 runs. That's a firm strike. And it's 1-1 to Kojal.
Brett, I just felt like that when the offense was kind of scuffling for the Razorbacks, Camden Kojal
He's
really
doing great,
kinda felt
Reese,
like he
and his name
seemed
is
to be
Knox.
pressing a little bit more. And now that you've got guys like Aloy,
He was here hanging out with me
Zach
yesterday.
Stewart, some other guys starting to step up. Seems like he's hitting the ball better.
That's blistered out to right, a base hit dropping in front of Harris. Smoked at 109 off the bat of Kojal.
All
He's a
right,
couple
hold
hits
on a
away now
second.
from
I'm
60
going to put
on
you
the
guys on a
season.
commercial screen real quick, and I'm going to try to fix this.
When you start having
See if that'll
a lot of
stop
success.
that nonsense.
Brings up Helfrich.
Seems like teams have really tried to stay away from the middle end part of the plate against Ryder Helfrich these last few weekends.
Well, he leads the SEC in walks at 47. Reached base in 14 straight games. It's a real nice blend of power with the 15 homers and those walks.
Yeah, it was
Gonna
Ozzy.
introduce you to a
It
runs
was doing it for
created
me
stat a little
too.
bit later on, but
Hopefully, I think I picked.
Ryder
Got it
continues to
fixed.
put forth a good campaign. That one lifted to right. Harris, sunglasses on, will glide over and make the catch in fair territory for out number 2. Well, Carter Rutenbar been struggling just a bit, yet he finds himself batting cleanup today. Coming off a 1 for 11 weekend. Good pitch for a strike.
Well, so far, Mercurius has done a great job of keeping the ball out of the middle part of the plate, really dotting those corners.
And both of these pitchers locating early. It was a Razorback offense that hit 10 home runs against the Rebels this past weekend. Couple of days were
for some reason
power friendly.
if I
But 10 home runs
refresh
over 3
the
games
screen,
against a pretty good
sometimes
pitching
it'll
staff.
stop it.
Certainly impressive for the Hogs.
We haven't seen Mercurius really try to challenge an Arkansas hitter inside so far. Everything's been away. Kojal only 1 of 2 on stolen bases on the year, so he's probably going to stay put.
Yeah, he's not going nowhere. Rutenbar will poke one just fouled outside of third. It was off the very end of the bat.
It's not out of the realms, Chandler. I mean,
It looked like
it depends on how we play from here on out.
Down the left field line.
Especially the way Johnson is
These
playing
next
about
2 series, this
25
one and
feet
the
off
Kentucky
the third
series,
base
and
line,
then
the shortstop Willis playing up the middle.
SEC tournament, there's still a chance.
First time ever Oklahoma has been here as an SEC opponent. Wave and a miss by Rutenbar. That is a K to end the inning. So both team with a single in the first. These pitchers, Mercurius and Dietz. For the Hawaiian promotion, got a few Hawaiian shirts, several in fact, a couple of Hawaiian hats. Can't beat it. Got a Vahiva Aloy bobblehead given away, I think, tomorrow.
I believe so, yes.
Here's Trey Gamble, the left fielder, against Hunter Dietz, and swings a strike 1. Six homers, 26 knocked in for Gamble.
Dietz will throw that cutter a couple different speeds. The first one was 83 and that one was 86. If you see one right around 79 or 80, that's the curveball.
Feels like he's a couple of miles an hour off a few of his metrics, though, today. That one sweeps off the corner and misses.
Yeah, the fastball we've seen, I think around 94. Normally it's 95 to 97.
But you're right, he's thrown that cutter at a couple of different MPHs, at least the readings with both the scoreboard gun and TrackMan. And that's a little bit low. So now we'll get this first opportunity to see if OU might try to challenge Arkansas a little bit. It's unique because, again, they do not hit a ton of home runs. They do like to run. It's how they build this offense. But the one thing about Arkansas and Ryder Helfrich, he just quite frankly has not given up much, and teams have not been willing to try and run against Helfrich, who has thrown out about 31% of would-be base stealers, which for any level, certainly pro ball, but even the college game, that's really impressive because you might have some catchers in that 20% area, right, or more than that. Teams haven't run against him, and then you're going up against a left-hander in Dietz. Drew Dickerson, the DH, and there's just a flip to first, a casual throw, and Gamble's one of those guys in double figures, but this will be kind of the battle within a battle this afternoon into this evening. As you see Dickerson's numbers.
Hey, Miss Terry.
Even a team that doesn't homer a lot might be able to homer today with some nice conditions at Baumwalker.
Well, and you think that Helfrich might call a few more fastballs when you have speed on the bases. And like you said, Gamble's one of those, 16 of 19 on the season.
Well, that's the chess match because you don't want to get too fastball heavy. There's a wave and a miss from Dickerson.
So here's a good count to run on, but then the question is with the left-handed Dietz, are you going on first movement or are you trying to read him? Because you can run yourself out of an inning in a hurry.
Pretty decent lead for Gamble. There's a chopper to third. Pompey might have a chance to get two. There's one. Relay to first. Not in time. Dickerson beat it out.
That's all right. Got the lead runner.
But Arkansas gets the lead runner at second.
Yeah, off the bat, you felt like that Arkansas had a shot at a double play. It was a good feed by Pompey, and Souza just really couldn't get enough on that throw. You see he kind of went behind the bag and kind of throwing against his momentum.
It didn't feel like he got a ton on that. First pitch swinging is the center fielder Jason Walk, and it's going to be backing out of play.
We did get to the 100 before this first inning was over, so we are on to number 2 now. Great job, everybody.
Couple of long balls on the year for Walk. Sprays another one foul into the first couple of rows in the seats.
Yeah, that dude was running for sure.
Another one in the same vicinity down the line and right now to play.
Now you got him
This is a
set
tough,
up for that breaker.
tough thing for
now,
a catcher
Dietz.
right here. You've got a hitter that hasn't caught up to the fastball, and you really don't want to speed their bat up, but you want to show them something different as well.
There it is.
That's a wave and a miss. Dietz gets strikeout number 2, second out of the inning.
Cutter by Dietz. That really seems like that's his go-to pitch.
This one had some drop, though.
Boy, it really did. He threw it 85 miles an hour. So, again, the curve is more around 79 or 80.
We had the game last week in which Dietz pitched against the Rebels, went 6 innings, gave up 1 run, did walk 4, struck out 9. As he misses upstairs to Kyle Branch. Again, he was the first pitcher in the SEC to 100 strikeouts. Now Tomas Valinkas of Mississippi State, a few above him. Came back with that cutter again, but missed down. 2-0 to Branch.
So Dickerson over at first, only 1 of 2 on stolen bases on the season. One of the guys that does not really run.
That pitch at the bottom of the zone for a called strike, and it's 2-1.
Good cutter in on the hands.
Branch trying to get that batting average over.
Nevada,
200.
what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man.
Dietz has been effective pumping strikes. Does miss there, though. 3-1. He walked Gamble to begin the inning. In danger of putting Branch on.
You almost feel like Branch is going to take this pitch almost no matter where it is.
Boy, waved and missed at a pitch that was maybe a little bit out of the zone.
Yeah, that was down and away. Not a hitter's pitch by any stretch of the imagination.
Dickerson will be off with this pitch. Arkansas's outfielder straight away, deep. And did it hit him or did it just go to the backstop? It is ball 4, so Branch will head to first as Dickerson sprinted to second. It's a moment of confusion whether that was ball 4 or hit by pitch.
So let's think back about what's happening right now. If Arkansas would have got the double play, Dietz is in the dugout, so he's probably throwing about an extra 10 or 15 pitches this inning because of that lack of not being able to turn 2.
A couple of walks, though.
Yeah.
If factored in. This is the 9-hole hitter, Desan Harris. Harris didn't have the biggest weekend against the Florida Gators at 1 for 10, but that hit drove in the go-ahead run in the bottom of the 8th. Friday night as the Sooners came back to win that game with a few theatrics involved as well. But a timely hit to give them a win. That's a little bit in. It was the inning in which Willits hit a triple into the bottom of the chain link fence that has a padded bottom to it, and the ball stuck behind the pad into the chain link. Should have been a double. Florida went to play it out of the chain link. It led to a triple. Couple of runs scored. Then Harris drove in the go-ahead run, and that's off the glove of Rutenbar. It might lead to a run, and that's unfortunate. It looked like Rutenbar was at least going to come up with it, but not only did he not stop it in his glove, he propelled it so far away that there was no play, and Dickerson scored. And now did he bloody his nose on that dive? Did he do a face plant?
No, the ball hit him in the face.
Hit him in the face. We need to see that again. I think that's one of those
plays. Did he whiff with the glove?
I think he did.
Yeah. Did it kick off the glove and off the nose?
It hit off something.
Top spin.
It hit off a
Definitely
piece of dirt or a rock or something.
Hit leather, didn't hit much leather.
Hit him right in the face.
It looked like even on that last replay, he was in a position to come up with a baseball in the glove. Certainly the ball went quickly and far to his right.
Bad hop
I think
there.
it grazed off maybe the wrist or the glove or something before it came up and got him.
Yeah, some kind of ricochet for sure. That's heads-up base running right there by Gamble.
So a walk to the 8-hole hitter, an infield single off maybe the wrist or the nose at worst of Rutenbar has produced a run for the Sooners.
The dude is bleeding all over the field.
Was unavailable this past weekend.
Announcer says maybe off his wrist or nose.
He went diving
it obviously went off
plate
his
in
nose.
The midweek game. Reese was out taking ground balls today, Troy, with a big brace on his
Come on, man.
Injured leg.
Gotta be
and
better
I would
than
say
that.
his mobility was not great. DVH was talking about the fact that maybe Reese could get back and at least play first base for a couple of innings if needed. So Rutenbar has found his way to first. Right now the question is, can he stay in this game? Is there enough blood where this is going to make matters difficult for him to stay in? And that towel is a bit of a mess. I thought I had an issue with the Coke that went everywhere when I opened it up after one inning. That's all over the floor of my papers. But this is a bigger mess for Rutenbar. And Arkansas has several of their medical personnel out there.
He's definitely going to have probably
Corey
two black
Wood, the
eyes
trainer.
tomorrow.
Yeah, Rutenbar looks like a boxer or an MMA fighter after that hit. See Hunter Dietz continuing to throw and stay loose.
Sooners have to be thrilled
those nosebleeds from getting hit in the wrist are the worst ones. Absolutely,
ground ball that at worst looked like it was going to be stopped and maybe the bases would be loaded.
Right.
Cattywampus, what's up?
Rutenbar that led to a run, and now.
Yeah, I went back to my original name. I just like this much better, man. Recon is fits a little more because we do a lot of recon on teams before football games and basketball games stuff.
Must just be too much blood for him to.
We're gonna go back to our roots, man, and try to start doing a little more.
But that's how big that second walk
talk
was
shows and recorded shows and stuff for you guys.
The first walk is, okay, never good.
A little rebranding
the
over the
walk
last day.
Pushed Gamble into scoring position, and then after that ricochet, he was able to come around to score.
And now it's jumped up that pitch count a little bit too.
That's right.
Steven.
That is Alexander Peck going in to play first base.
I bet he didn't think he would be in this game in the top of the second inning. Well, Harris gets the single and RBI, and the lineup turned over for Camden Johnson.
All right,
Sousa at second base to begin this game, an inning ago.
Get back focused and let's go. Get this last out. One run doesn't hurt us. We're going to score a run.
35th pitch for Dietz. It's on the outside corner for a strike. See, that cutter velocity is 2 or 3 miles an hour different than the previous cutter, Vila.
Right. It's it does seem like he's throwing it at a couple different speeds. You've seen it up as high as 86, but as low as 82, 83.
Probably a little different bend as well. There's a ground ball. This one handled by Sousa again. He will throw to Pack.
Good job.
To end the inning. Sooners get a run on a single and a couple of walks, so the Razorbacks trailing as they.
Good job.
Much in that exact same spot as the Razorbacks are. Maybe a 2 seed, looking to strengthen everything, RPI and records going down the stretch.
Yeah, a couple teams very similar. Arkansas at 13-11, Oklahoma at 12-12 in conference play.
Was that Cattywampus? Yeah, Cattywampus is coming a member. Thanks, Cattywampus, for coming a member, and thanks you for your support.
7 for 12 this past weekend, 6 runs batted in, homered in all 3 games. In his batting average, that .314 is now the best
Michael,
on this team. And for a man, before this most recent stretch started,
we might have to get Major Rangers some goose fraba.
That was a 136 average in the middle portion of the season. Since then, 21 of 46. That's .457.
Yeah, with tremendous power as well.
With the power, with the juice. Did he offer? He did.
So far, Mercurius is staying away from these Arkansas hitters and doing a really good job of it.
Haseloy behind of the count, 1-2. Misses with a fastball. You know, certainly, I think the scouting report has to be dealing with the hot Aloy, but also a team that hit those 10 home runs. Troy, this past weekend, there were 38 runs scored in the series with the Rebels. 31 of the 38 were on home runs between the two teams.
Yeah,
Appreciate that, Steve.
It was a feast or famine fest for sure last weekend.
I mean, you keep the ball in the ballpark, you feel like you get a pretty good chance.
That's right. It almost seems like Oklahoma, so far in this ball game, is pitching, I say, into the wind. So they're keeping everything away, which that wind at Baum Walker normally is blowing from right field foul pole to left field foul pole. So knocks those balls down, hit the right field and right center.
Here's a payoff to Aloy. That's not close. Leadoff base runner in the second. The free pass to Aloy. Well, it is Hawaiian Heat Day. He has to get on base and do something. The next Hawaiian Sousa coming up. And DVH, the head hog, 24th season. Coming off his Swatters Club, his monthly luncheon where he is
priceless.
Oh, it's just fantastic. We're going to hear from him. 45 minutes of unedited DVH is my favorite. I know he was happy to have that luncheon coming off the game Sunday. And here's Nolan Sousa. One thing he talked about Sousa, though, Troy, I thought was interesting because he was asked a question from some of the fans about Sousa trying to get things right. And he said, well, we've actually let him take more swings at times in BP. And we've told him we want him turning on the ball and trying to do some damage. And nobody wants BP to be a home run derby, but I think what you want to see is once you get loose, turn it loose.
Yeah, I think so. Nolan kind of has that habit of having a little bit of an inside-out swing, kind of shooting balls to left center and left field, and the pop is in there. He's just got to get that barrel head out.
Nice.
That chopper
Caught a break there. That's when we put Aloy at third.
Aloy to second, and
Aloy missed
kept on
second
going.
base. He was trying to look backwards, and he had to go back and touch it. If we can see that again, that's why Aloy's not standing on third base right now.
I was watching Sousa head down to first, and I heard this collective groan from the fans at Baum Walker.
Let's see what Aloy does right here. Instead of picking up the third base coach, he's looking behind him, and I think he said he felt like his toe maybe didn't touch that base. He is coasting into third base on that situation. That could be a big base.
That's a mistake. Come on, Micah. Pick him up.
There
you go, buddy.
Micah, no.
There you go.
On the left, and that ball's high up off the wall. Aloy had to hold for a second, so he sprints to score. Heading to third is Sousa on the double from New.
Attaway, Micah.
Arkansas tied the game. Well, Micah struck out 4 times on Sunday, Troy. He didn't waste any time today and just missed a home run by a few feet.
Well, it seemed like everybody was painting the outside corner on him last weekend. He gets a ball that's right over the heart of the plate.
Beautiful.
And he absolutely smokes that baseball. That is an absolute line drive, and you're right. Kahil Aloy had to decide if that ball might be caught, and so he kind of froze out there at second base and had to kind of put on the jets to score.
No outs, second and third. Let's go.
First 3
Let's go, Stu.
reached in the second inning. They get that
Beef
run back.
Stu.
Here's Zach Stewart. Stewart was 1 for 5 against the Rebels. He did walk 4 times, and he did homer on Sunday, Troy, and just flipped one into the wind that went out to left. And before the game, and BP told me, he said, wouldn't it be a great day just to kind of poke one out there and take advantage of the wind? This one's crushed in the air, deep right center field. Walk will
sacrifice
circle
fly
around the baseball and make the catch. Tagging and scoring is Sousa. New will tag and go to third, and Arkansas
Good job,
just
Stu.
like that has a 2-1 lead on the sac fly from Zach Stewart.
That was the pop that was been missing in the Arkansas lineup, is Kahil Aloy and Zach Stewart not hitting the baseball hard and being productive. And if they can get those guys kind of on a heater this last bit of the season, this lineup is completely different.
Guys, if you're ahead, don't post anything if you
They
can.
have not wasted
please.
much time against Mercurius this inning. This is TJ Pompey. Pitches high to Pompey. who had a 3-run homer in his first at bat last Friday against Ole Miss. 11 homers on the year with the 27 knocked in. Infield in with 1 out. The pitch is a called strike, but how about Stewart calling his shot Sunday saying, I just need to hit a ball.
That would have been
left,"
challenged.
Just kind of poke one that in any other day wouldn't have been a homer, and then he did it.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. Well, that's understanding the elements.
That's good, Arky. He's just giving you a heads up, man.
Sooners would really love to cut down a 3rd run. Pitches downstairs, 2-1. Mercurius is still not even thrown 30 pitches, but a couple of runs home this inning. There's the infield, just a little bit behind the cut of the
Pacer
grass.
said speculation.
At least on the left side. Poppy
Oh.
smokes one, but foul down the line and left off the side wall.
Little out front.
Yeah, the pitch of Poppy's
Yeah,
been really struggling
I
on
really
this
wish we
season
had
with
the
breaking
ABS
ball down
system
and away with 2 strikes. So
all the time, because
that's the one that he's just going to have to lay off of it. It starts on the
either we
outer
would be
third and
wrong
it just
or
dives
we
down
would
and away.
know that the umps are as bad as we think they
Leads the
are.
SEC in strikeouts with 66. Mercurius would love one here. The 2-2
Good
is a
shot,
fastball that's
Pompey.
poked out to right for a base hit. New will score. It's a 3-1 Arkansas advantage.
That's just a great swing right there by TJ Pompey. 2-strike approach. He's kind of sitting, breaking ball. No stride, and just
Yeah,
flips
there's
those
some
hands
storms
out
coming
there
through,
talking
Mark,
about Zach Stewart.
around 8 o'clock, so they wanted to get the
Wanted
game
it
in.
up, and it just wasn't quite that high, but what a great swing. Stayed on top of that high fastball. And again, Arkansas is really being effective with runners in scoring
It's a mini
position in this inning.
eruption.
All right, needing a strikeout against a hitter struck out 66
But it's
times.
that's
Why
still an
wouldn't you
eruption.
throw the
It's just a
breaking
mini
ball?
eruption.
You gotta throw the hammer right there. If you walk him, then you have a double play set up. I know it wasn't full count, but you got to throw that pitch off the plate.
Because he's in defense protection mode, and you give him a high fastball, and he was able just to rip it out to right, to his credit.
I'm right there with you. A little bit of a head scratcher.
Let's
Ruiz
go,
struck out
Ruiz.
looking. Back in the first.
Still just 1 out in this inning.
Still just 1 out. Off and rolling.
Oh,
is
he's
Pompey.
safe
That
by a
throw is
mile.
Nowhere close from Brock.
You can run on that
DJ
catcher
double
all
figures
day.
in both bags and home runs, gets number 12.
Well, that's what you can do when you have the lead. Sorry, Brett. That's what you can do when you have the lead, is you can be more aggressive. And
That's exactly it.
he's one of those guys in Pompey that they like to run.
Arkansas is putting a little bit of that chaos pressure on the Sooners that the Sooners like to do to everybody else. It's a called strike to Ruiz, who has the best batting average on this team in SEC-only games. Troy, it's a .292, so Arkansas does not have a hitter above 300 in league-only games.
Yeah, that's pretty surprising. But boy, when you
Not sure,
had
Pacer.
Ruiz out of this lineup earlier in the year with that knee injury, it really changed the complexion of this offense.
Dave touched on that in his monthly luncheon, and he said he came back quicker than we thought, and he came back better than ever. And think about that, when sometimes a guy gets injured, it
Hey,
ends
Malik.
up being longer
What's
than
up,
you
buddy?
anticipated.
Good to
When
see
he
you,
comes
man.
back, maybe he's off, and it takes a while to kind of build up that game speed again. He came back quicker and better.
He just came back in hit mode, I think. He was just really dialed in, and that might be some of the technology, a little bit of that virtual reality. If you're hurt, you can still kind of see some pitches.
That could be. They could be scared of Deets. They don't like
Curious needs it out.
their
2-1.
chances against
Not
dirty
close.
Deets,
Up
so
and in,
they
3
throw
balls
out
and a
this
strike.
guy.
That's the
And
change
just
up
hope
right there. And
they
he's
can get
throwing
to
it quite a
Deets.
bit to right-handed batters. It has like wiffle ball movement on it, but he
Kinda
just
floating into
it's
those righties.
really,
Doing good,
really
Malik.
got a lot of fade into righties.
Missed you, man.
It's almost more in than it is down and in.
Yeah, I think we've seen that a couple of times this inning with that type of movement.
Connor, what's good, buddy?
Hitters count for Ruiz, another flip back to second base. Neither one with much intent behind them.
Boy, walk in center field is really deep for Ruiz, so a base hit to center, Pompey's going to coast home.
3-1. Fouled off Brock. Decent pitch to hit, but now the count has gone full.
You can see Nate Thompson talking to Ruiz going, hey, that's a hitter's count. You got to see the ball up, kind of putting his hands around his waist, and you got to see that ball above your waist.
Chairman, what's up, buddy? Good to see you.
That was ball 4. He swung out.
Think so. Payoff. Sent foul out of play to the right.
We fixing to get into football,
Above
Malik.
the suites on top of the roof.
It's coming up. Getting close.
7th pitch of this at bat.
Oh,
Ripped
nice
to left.
shot, Ruiz.
It's on. Back
That's
to the
gone,
fence.
baby.
Way out of here.
Oh, my God. Pour it on, Hogs.
Damian
Pour it
Ruiz
on.
won the battle. It's his 5th home run of the year. And the Razorbacks have had a 5-run inning.
Still only 1 out. Let's go.
Boy, sky high and goodbye from Damian Ruiz. And once it left the bat, I think there was very little doubt. 417 feet.
It just sounded different. How about 107 off the bat? And Ruiz got all of that. He had a pretty good bat flip right there. And boy, Arkansas is coming out with some intent at the plate. Like Nate Thompson's been talking about, hey, when you're in batting practice, that last round, be aggressive. Well, they've been aggressive today for sure.
Here's Kosha looking for a second hit in as many at-bats in as many innings.
And still just 1 out.
Still just 1 out, and the out was a sac fly from Stewart, which knocked in a run. Kosha pokes one off the end of his bat. That'll drop in left center,
Nice.
dumping in front of Gamble. That's 7 Razorbacks that have come to the plate. All have reached except the guy who got an RBI and a sac fly.
Streamlabs, leave Tamara alone. We don't even know what Zalgo is.
Looks like
We already
Skip
had this
Johnson on his
conversation with
way
you,
out to the mound and He
Streamlabs.
does not waste much time before he makes the call to the bullpen. I think they were hoping for much more length from Mercurius. Instead, the Sooners will make a change and will step
Pitching
aside and come
change
back
coming
with the new
up.
pitcher right after this.
Pitching change. Zalgo is.
Change up as well. Really quick to the plate. Under 125 to the plate. Opponent's only hitting 176 off Wislowski.
It's a good
How about
chance,
this?
Greg.
Lefty's only hitting 0.
Especially now we got him a 4-run lead. He
Off
can
the
relax
right-hander.
and just
It was an
pitch.
unusual bullpen usage weekend for the Sooners. I mentioned they used the opener on Friday. Johnson on Saturday went an inning. He had a bit of a knee issue, and Coach Johnson told us yesterday
I was
he's
muted that whole
okay.
time? Brother.
There's just some concerns.
Nobody heard nothing I
Big-time
said.
arm, there was no need to push him.
Probably a good
But Troy,
thing, I
over
guess.
the course of the weekend, the Sooners used 16 different pitchers. At least 3 were used twice. Think about that. For
Wow.
a weekend at home. The last thing you want to do, even without a midweek game, is have your starter go an inning and a third this afternoon.
Yeah, definitely not how they drew it up in the plans.
Yep,
But
I was talking, but no one heard me.
Deal with what
Story of my life.
They got to play him now, so they're going to have somebody that's going to give him some length. Wislowski's thrown 14 and a third innings, giving up 9 hits, 3 walks, and 14 Ks. So the strikeout in inning is really good.
I've never heard of it either,
Razorback to hit this frame. He flew out to right his only time in.
But I know it's an option in Streamlabs. I'll just turn it off after this stream so it doesn't do it anymore.
Helfrich got a bit of a hanger, and he just about took out Bobby Wirtis in the coach's box, and I'm not sure how he was able to hop, skip, and jump his way out of wearing that line drive. That was a dance move of all time.
He
kind of hung in the air like he was suspended.
I think he had to. That was self-preservation over there. Helfrich, I think, got a little extra pine tar spray. I think Ryder was surprised he got something on the inner third and got a little too excited and hooked that baseball.
Big Phil, what's going on, buddy?
Another one to Helfrich. High pop-up that'll send Branch, the second baseman, sprinting into foul territory where he makes the sliding catch. There was a moment where I was beginning to wonder if he could get there because
Streamlabs gets on one every now and then.
Was just stationed on the base.
Yeah, LeChance really gave up on that baseball a little too early. And boy, it's a good thing that Branch has got some speed and some athleticism because he had to use every bit of it right there. This is Peck.
Dude, it is. Remember, he came on for Rutenbar after Carter took the ground ball either off his wrist or off his glove that hit him in the nose.
Steven, well, I would say that's definitely not
Peck
what she posted. So, Miss
Veronica,
good to see you. I hope you're having a great Friday afternoon, evening,
this year. That's
early evening.
So he'll get multiple opportunities today. It's an Arkansas team that came in 11th in the conference as far as batting average. An Arkansas team 9th in home runs, 13th in on base, 11th in OPS. Ready for this one, Troy, coming into action today in conference games? I don't think you're ready.
I'm ready.
I might have to wait a pitch. I'm not sure you're ready. We know the Razorbacks are 13 and 11 in 24 SEC games. Arkansas's opponents in those 24 games, their batting average is 37 points higher than the Razorbacks, and the opponent's earned run average is 29 points better, and yet Arkansas is above 500. Now, I know there was a Georgia game that was ugly, but remember, Arkansas clubbed South Carolina by a wide margin.
That's true.
So maybe those two balance each other out. If you would tell me 24 games deep that in those conference games the opponents would be 37 points higher with the batting average and their opponent's ERA 29 points better, I would say that's probably a sub-500 mark.
Oh, at least.
Maybe it's a credit to Arkansas for, you know, winning in the margins or winning a game like Sunday when you're down to a couple of outs and you end up coming back to win the game and win the series.
Yeah, absolutely. Timely hitting has definitely been in Arkansas's favor. The crazy scoring of wild pitches and pass balls. Well,
that's a good point.
Double figures on maybe up to 15.
Now more than that, I think. You're right, that doesn't hurt. But sometimes you get some surprise contributions. Maybe Peck is one of those. He's going to wave and miss on the payoff pitch. He'll go down on strikes, and that will end the inning. Arkansas does score 5 runs in the frame and off to a good beginning over the Sooners as we head to the 3rd inning.
Okay, now I'll make sure I'm unmuted. Long inning for Dietz to sit in the dugout because I do believe we batted around. Or close to it anyway. Eagles with sent a star for 2 jewels. Nice. Don't know what the jewels are, but this big field, this Major Razor is just when we're just putting belt to ass. This is what you get right here. Major Razor just unleashes. Probably needs some therapy, but we're going to let him erupt. Get it all out now, Major Razor. They come right on back with no warning at all.
Struck out back in the first. Dietz gave up the run after a couple of walks at an infield single that was bloodied in the second, and Arkansas put 5 on the board in the bottom of the frame against him, or for him and for the cause.
Yeah, if you guys would have realized what we had to go through to get them in here today with about 4 minutes before I had to start, it was absolutely crazy, but we got them.
Disaster waiting to happen, aren't we?
That doesn't even take into account the mess that Chris Burke and Tom Hart left us.
Looked like a tornado was in here.
Goodness gracious. Don't be afraid to pick up after yourself, boys. Your trash was still here when I got to the ballpark today. Anyhow, 2-2 the count. A little bit grumpy today, Troy. It's graduation weekend. It's busy around
Absolutely
town.
is, Ozzy.
I know it's a big moment for everybody, for their loved ones to go through graduation. Hope you enjoyed it. Now get in your cars and depart.
Yes. Give it about a couple weeks and it'll be a ghost town.
It was just chaos around Bud Walton today. I think they had 3 different graduation ceremonies there. And, of course, a ball game that gets moved up. 2-2, and Brock will pop one up into the bright sunshine. Mike Anu comes sprinting on. Kojal is there, and he will make the catch. I wasn't sure if he called it early or whether he was waiting for New, but
way to go, Camden.
Kojal made the catch, and that's out number 1.
That's Camden understanding the wind and just let that one blow back to him, because off the bat you sure thought it was going to be caught by the center fielder, but New was playing very deep. And again, with this wind blowing the way they are, I think I'd take a few chances, especially up 4 runs, and play a little more shallow.
It's a Camden-heavy series between Johnson and Kojal.
Absolutely, Eagles.
Here's LaChance, who singled back in the first. Fouls one to the backstop. But I would say the fans have turned out. There were plenty on the roads today. Listen, I love Chick-fil-A as much as anybody else, but when it's noon at the busiest intersection in the state, and there's 40 cars trying to pull into the drive-through. At some point, you just say, you know what, I'll come back next week.
Right.
I'm not going to sit here 45 cars deep and wait to cross traffic at noon when there's 3 graduations in a ball game.
And how many people have an hour to sit in line at Chick-fil-A?
Goodness gracious.
It's good, bad, but that's excessive.
It seemed a bit much. It seemed like that might test your limits. 2-strike pitch to LaChance, and that's high from Dietz.
That's that curveball that just kind of looks like it's kind of coming out the back of Hunter
Absolutely,
Dietz's
Big
hand,
Phil.
kind of have it popping up out of his hand.
Not a lot of empty seats, though, Troy.
It's really good turnout.
Boy, doesn't the field look fantastic?
It has been great all year long.
Wave and a miss. Dietz will get the K. Ryder applies the tag. That is strikeout number 3 for Dietz.
Boy, again, that pitch starts about your mid-thigh, and then it just ends up bouncing. You just can't lay off that pitch. It's a good job by Helfrich picking it.
LaChance, 103 others have done
Helfrich
so
was
him.
America's catcher
104
this week.
Ks. Now, for Dietz,
He
here's
leads the
Willis.
nation in
Takes a
like
strike
4
over the
categories
outside corner, and
for catchers.
Troy Dietz came in with the 11th best earned run average in the SEC. See Willett's numbers on the season. I think one number that jumped out at me, and it's just because of how it contrasts with the first couple of seasons. Bouncer to third. Pompey's got it. He'll throw out Willett's. Dietz 9th in the
Beautiful
conference
play.
as far as innings pitched. He's been able to go deep on these Friday starts. 3 innings.
Yeah, they didn't put their starter out today. Is that Angel?
Six, 13 runs batted in. He walked and scored to kick off that 5-run second, apparently offered there for a strike, says James Ainsworth.
Hey, take it easy. Slow that heart rate down a little bit.
Pitch spins off the outside corner from Wisloski and misses. Wisloski got the final couple of outs in the second.
OD, what's up, man?
Big freshman from McKinney.
The Woo Pig podcast coming through.
Don't you know the Sooners would love Wisloski to go 4 or 5 innings right here.
Aloy just tattoos one foul in the seats down the line and left.
That's going to hurt somebody.
His triple-digit exit velocities during this hot stretch. Really impressive. He had a game where I think he had 3 in excess of 105, including a 114 out.
I think he had another game with a pair of 115 hits.
Impressive. So I'm watching high speed to catch
big
up.
league exit velocity and elite big league exit velocity.
Able to spoil some pitches as well as he fouls one away down the right field line.
Again, working really hard in batting practice, really focusing on hitting that ball up the middle to right center field.
Able to poke one out to center, but it's going to carry to walk for an out. It felt like that was off the very end of his bat. He still hit at 103, and it carried to the center fielder walk for an out.
That's almost where you wish you would have cued one off the end of the bat and dump it in there in the center field, but Walk really solid center fielder, got a great read on that one.
The Hawaiian portion of this lineup continues with Nolan Souza, singled and scored last inning. They were giving away an old LP record, Hawaiian Heat. Some Hawaiian songs, I think, today with
very cool.
The Vahiva Aloy bobblehead coming soon. Vahiva, I guess, is off today. They get a day off a week. Orioles minor league system, and that's fouled back off the catcher, Brock.
I wouldn't have known what that was.
Well, you get to Monday off, and then he gets another day where he just doesn't play. But he's 10 for 20 with 3 homers in May, including a 4 for 4 game back on the 6th where he had a couple of doubles and a home run. Maybe Vahiva's watching if he's truly off. He was posting about his brother the other day. Proud as you could imagine. That one's bunted foul.
So you ready for what it used to be in the minor leagues? We had 143 games scheduled, 4 scheduled days off.
That's about right.
4.
Less than 1 a month.
Yeah, had to do a reset.
That was a travel day or a laundry day?
That was, one of the two.
Now you get a day off every week, and then you get another day off. Wave it a miss. Souza went chasing. Brock will have to throw to first to the green base to LaChance. And Wisloski has retired all 4 Razorbacks he has faced since coming on in relief.
Wisloski's done a really good job of missing that heart of the plate and also with 2 strikes putting hitters away.
He's in full lather though, isn't he? He's got sweat all over that face.
You'd think if he was from Texas, he's used to the heat.
You would think. Mike Anu doubled in a run in the 2nd inning, missed a homer by a few feet. Takes that pitch outside for a ball. Micah's mom wasn't able to make it today. She was traveling from Pennsylvania. She got delayed, so she's going to miss
Absolutely.
the game today. Should be here tomorrow and Sunday for
Big
some of
happy birthday and
senior
Mother's Day to
festivities.
Linda
Dad was here
Lanier.
from Australia last week, and
Hope
he's
you're
back.
having a wonderful day.
That one is just fouled outside the bag at third. Got a
And
chance
here's
to
to
talk
many
to
more.
Stephen after one of the games. I think it was
Happy
Saturday,
birthday.
and he came from Australia. So, Troy, when a game starts at 2 p.m. here, it's 5 a.m. in Australia. A 7 p.m. game is 10 a.m. And when you travel from Sydney to L.A. to Northwest Arkansas with the flights and losing time, it's a full 24-hour process.
That's dedication. That's what you do for your kids.
You leave at 8 a.m. from Sydney, you're getting here at 8 a.m. the next day. It's a full 24-hour process. That doesn't sound like much fun.
No.
Hopefully he stayed between last week and this week. 2-0 pitch to New, and that's outside. Mike had a game last weekend where he homered and robbed a homer in the same contest, but he struck out 4 times on Sunday before he got the run-scoring double to begin his afternoon, this evening or this afternoon. And
No worries, Michael.
the
Appreciate you,
series
buddy.
opener of a 3-game set with the Sooners. Boy, he got a pitch to hit there and swung through it.
Yeah, just late on that one. That 93-mile-an-hour fastball had some really good carry to it. The fastball's definitely been there for Weslowski. He's up to 94 in the previous pitch.
He's trying for a perfect inning. Get his team back up to the plate quickly. Payoff pitch. Fastball down the chute, swung on and missed. 95 mph, couple of Ks as well for Weslowski. Set down the Razorbacks in order.
Weslowski. Enough of that dude. Let's give Build Right Buildings their credit for sponsoring us here on the channel, Razorback Recon. If you're in the market for a steel building, garage, shed, shop, barn dominium, stop by Build Right Buildings or give them a call at 479-544-0167. Remember, they're always guided by faith, built with integrity, and driven by excellence. And let them know the Sarge sent you. We appreciate Build Right Buildings for being a partner of the Razorback Recon Show.
Troy, that's high praise from the head hawk.
It really is. I remember talking to Dave when Dietz was a freshman, and he said nobody could hit him when he stepped on campus. And then he had that elbow injury that kept him out a couple years, and it wasn't Tommy John. It was like a bone in there, and they put a screw in it, and it didn't quite work the first time. I had to do it again, but he's definitely healthy now and having great results.
Think about that. Didn't get to see him for the first couple of years at DVH said. Had he been able to pitch now into his 3rd season, he'd probably be one of the best to ever come through this program. And that's following up a guy who was a big lefty in Hagen Smith. That was one of the best. Trey Gamble leads off the 4th. He walked in the 2nd, takes a big wave and a miss.
Yeah, if you're Oklahoma, you feel like you just need to chip away at Arkansas right here and just start scratching out a run an inning. And you wonder if that's going to change how they approach the bases offensively. Are you going to be as aggressive as you normally are?
Has to make it more difficult, right?
I mean, yeah, because you really don't want to challenge and run yourself out of an inning, but if you don't want to go away with what's made you successful up to this point.
It creates an importance, though, of scoring first. And Skip downplayed the fact that he knew it wasn't going to be easy this weekend, not only against Dietz, but against Helfrich. That one's rolled to third. Pompey's been busy today. Played that off to the side, but able to throw out Gamble to begin the fourth inning.
Pompey almost kind of looked like a matador over there.
Yes.
Just really reaching down to his left. And, boy, there's no question about the strength of T.J. Pompey's arm. He throws lasers across the diamond.
Brings up Dickerson, who reached on a fielder's choice and scored a run in the second when that infield single came up and went into the nose of Rutenbar and led to a hit, an RBI, and a lot of blood and a defensive change. But we'll see what the Sooners do if they're able to get a few base runners on now down 4 and how that affects their game plan. But, Troy, I mentioned when we went to break in the third inning that Dietz is in the top 10 in this conference in innings pitched. And considering how tough it was for him even to get an inning or get on the mound in the first couple of years, that's another testament to this season for Hunter.
It really is, and you can just tell he's worked extremely hard and is in great shape, and he really hasn't lost anything through any of those starts. I mean, deep into ball games, the velocity's still there, and you can see it right there, just blowing that pitch past Dickerson.
He's just pumping strikes, and that's 4 strikeouts.
That's the thing I like about Hunter Dietz. He's not afraid to pitch inside, and you can see how much that ball ran. I think it almost had a little bit of cut to it, and it was a fastball.
Helfrich was even set up in a strange way. Pitch a little bit out to Jason Walker, struck out in the second. So he now leads the SEC in Ks, ahead of Felinkus of State. He's also moved up the draft lists over the last couple of months, and at times you check some of the projections, whether it's Baseball America or D1 Baseball, and he was in that 50, 60 range, and then he was kind of climbing up. Troy, he's in that 20-ish range right now. And I think that gets back to the stuff, the ability to be durable, but also throw 2 or 3 different pitches for strikes.
It really does. And again, we talked about it a little bit in the open. He really hasn't thrown the changeup very much this season. He'll average 1 to 3 changeups a game, but when he starts getting up to the next level and having a 4th pitch that is effective, man, I'll tell you what, and with that frame, you talk about that durability, just a really big kid.
Do you feel like you need a changeup when you're able to throw 3 pitches? And sometimes one might not be working, but you always feel like you got about 2.
I don't think so. I mean, if he can land that curveball, because the speed differential from, let's just call it 95 to 80. When you're talking anything above 10 miles an hour, it gets tough for hitters, but now you're at 15. That's really, really tough. I think he just has a lot more confidence in that curveball than he does the changeup.
Here's a payoff pitch, and it's fouled to the right and out of play.
It's a good battle right here by Walk.
Dietz has set down 6 straight, trying to make it 7. Back-to-back innings in which the Sooners will have gone down in order. If Dietz can win this ultimate battle against Jason Walk, here comes another payoff pitch, and that's a little bit low. That's ball 4. So that is the 3rd walk that he has issued.
So Jason Walk is 13 of 18 in stolen bases. You've got 2 outs. If you're going to take a chance, you might want to do it right here to get that runner into scoring position. Huge lead at first base.
Kyle Branch in. Takes a pitch in for a ball. Branch walked in the first.
You can see Dietz really trying to cut down that leg kick.
That was one of the questions I had for Skip, whether he's seen teams really be quick to the plate, a lot of slide steps. That's off the glove of Kojal, rolling into left. So Branch will get the base hit to continue this inning. So the 2-out walk, and then the single from Branch.
Yeah, that ball was scorched, but I think Camden Kojal was taking a little bit of a peek to try to see if he could go to second base with that baseball, and it just caromed off his glove.
It's the bottom of the lineup that was pesky in the second that led to a Sooner run when they had a brief 1-0 advantage. And here's Harris, who got the RBI single that deflected either off the glove or the wrist or the arm of Rutenbar into his nose. And Troy, we saw the replay a couple of times. I'm still not 100% convinced. But we know there was plenty of blood that followed, and Carter had to leave the game.
Yeah, it was definitely a tough play, and it did kind of look like it hit maybe off his wrist and ricocheted off that face. You hope he's okay.
Harris got the RBI single, and he'll chop that one foul. By the way, Chris Burke checking in and wants to know that he sat on the right side of the booth.
Was it cleaner over here?
It was better. Okay. It was better than the left side.
Okay, Berkey, we'll let you slide.
We'll let him off the hook. Tom Hart and Devin, not so much. Here's the 1-1. That's down and out. '69th pitch forthcoming from Dietz to Harris. Working here in the top of the 4th inning. Hard one hopper that got on Souza quickly. He'll make the play and throw out Harris. A couple of Sooners left in the 4th inning. Dietz continuing to go.
Yeah, he definitely spoiled rotten already, real life.
Rating last Sunday against the Gators.
Yeah, it really did. And but you know, Oklahoma's fate, they kind of hold it in their own hands, and be really big if they could win 2 or 3 here at Baum Walker.
Zach Stewart leads off the bottom of the 4th inning, a bouncer towards Branch. Easy scoop and a play, and that is now 6 straight Razorbacks set down by Weslowski since he's come on in relief.
A little unusual that you've got a veteran in Zach Stewart really offering it at a breaking ball down out of the zone on the first pitch. That's just
I'm still here, Dale.
A little too
I'm
amped
just,
up, trying to do too
chomping
much.
down some red pepper flake.
Brings up
Shrimp.
Pompey, who drove it a run with a base hit to right in the second, part of that 5-run frame. Arkansas has done all of their damage in that inning.
And I'm muted so you guys don't have to hear that.
But both of these teams right now sitting as 2 seeds, and we'll see if that changes. Counting today, 6 more conference games remaining before the tournament. Oklahoma will have a home series at Bricktown next weekend rather than being in Norman, as Pompey waves and misses. See what that looks like for the Sooners against the Tennessee Volunteers. Arkansas will be in Kentucky next weekend. They're getting used to facing teams that run late in the year between the Sooners and the Wildcats. But Arkansas enters play today 11-10 in quad 1 games. Troy, that is a ton of quad 1 games, and then you get a lot of wins as well.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And they would really like to, you know, climb up and keep pushing that RPI up the ladder. And you just got to, you know, protect your home field and really do some damage on the road in Kentucky.
You do. Quad 1 games are defined as home games against RPI, top 25 teams, neutral site games against top 40, or road games against top 60. You see that 11-10 mark as Pompey's going to take a big, healthy wave and a miss, and that is another out and a K from Weslowski. That's his 3rd strikeout.
Just a great job of tying up TJ Pompey right there.
You might wonder, well, what does 11 quad 1 wins look like? Well, Troy, Florida has 15, but they have been as Jekyll and Hyde as anybody. Georgia Tech 13, Texas 13, Alabama, Auburn, you know, you're in that 12-13 range. But you start to rack up a few more, and Arkansas would be at the very top of quad 1 wins in the nation.
That would kind of have to take some consideration. I know there's a lot that circles around strength of schedule and RPI rating, but that's another factor that could help the Razorbacks host.
That's where I was going with
on
that.
the bubble. Yeah,
I would agree, and we were kind of kicking around what it might take if the Hawks got hot as Ruiz takes one outside. Would going 4-2 over the next couple of weekends, counting today, and then a win or two in Hoover, would that put them right there in that discussion for that second to last hosting spot of the 16?
Yeah, I think it would, because like you're alluding to, Oklahoma I think is ranked 24 coming into this, and maybe it's as high as 16 by Baseball America. So that's a quad 1 victory if they can hold on here and have a successful weekend.
Yeah, Baseball America were collectively much higher on these two teams than others. Had them both in the top 16 of their rankings. As Ruiz will tap one, but it'll kick foul.
Weslowski's done a really, really good job of just missing barrels. No, I don't think anybody's hit the ball hard against him. The Sooners do have a left-hander going down in the bullpen, so I think that's kind of one of those just-in-case type things. But right now, Nick Weslowski is just kind of on a roll.
Ruiz had the 2-run homer in the second that was against Mercurius, so he has not seen Weslowski until now, and the Razorbacks have yet to get a base runner against him, although the count has gone as far as it'll go to Ruiz. Payoff pitch on the way, and that is chopped foul. Ruiz leading this Arkansas team in batting average. It's 32nd best in the SEC at .314. Another payoff. That's strike 3 called. Ruiz angry with plate umpire Kevin Sweeney, threw his bat aside and jumped up and down.
That was a crap call. Absolutely no way that was a strike.
What Brock
So you'd be
did.
tapping your helmet on that one?
I would be tapping it big time. That's one of those ones I think that that Ruiz is going to have a walk in the SEC tournament.
Weslowski's been awfully good coming on in relief. Calming this game down, keeping Arkansas from adding to its 5-1 lead and giving the Sooners a chance, albeit against Dietz, as we go to work on the 5th. And this is Camden Johnson. Couple of bounce outs to Souza at second. Coming off a 5-hit weekend. 5 for 12 in those 3 games against the Gators. The Gators played against the Sooners like they did against the Razorbacks. Like it was a minor league team with some thump. That one laced out to the gap in left center field. It's down. It's going to go all the way to the fence. Johnson will pull up a little bit at second base. Troy, is he hurt?
Man, I hope not. He ran like he did, and they're going to come out and look at him right now. That is not a good sign.
My
for
first thought
Oklahoma.
was hamstring, but I'm wondering if it's a little bit of a groin issue because he started running sideways, halfway between first and second base. And the tough part for Johnson, there was going to be no play whatsoever.
No. I was even thinking, was that going to be a triple? Let's see where it. Oh, it's the slip.
He's still not quite right. Right here he starts to pull up a little bit gingerly at second base.
It almost could be like that hip flexor that's right there that kind of lifts your leg up, and that is not good.
Good job by our crew to catch that with the near slip and fall. Here's Brock. That was one foul outside of third base. Sooners wouldn't mind another run or two against Dietz and jack up that pitch count a little bit here in the 5th inning.
Well, Michael Phillips, the third base umpire, it's time to go down and retrieve that baseball, and I think some people are giving the
That's
Oklahoma,
a day's work.
Yeah, I know. Oklahoma dugout a little bit of grief for not getting out there and get to that baseball. Got to stay locked in on the ball game.
Brock, an Illinois native. 0 for 2 so far, and boy, that low strike is one that Kevin Sweeney has liked today.
He really has. A little surprised Brock didn't try to offer it that one. You know, his job right here with no outs is shoot that ball to the right side. I know that Oklahoma needs some crooked numbers, but you got to get going.
You can pitch, Dietz.
Dietz came back
Sit
with the
down.
cutter again.
Meet.
Good strikeout number 5.
I think that was set up by taking the fastball the pitch before, and then allowed Hunter Dietz to kind of go a baseball or two off the plate right there.
LaChance has one of the 4 hits for the Sooners. Trying to drive in another run. May do just that. Hit that ball extremely hard out to Ruiz. Going to third is Johnson, but a bobble by Ruiz. So Johnson, who looked like he was going to stop, starts the engines again and scores the second Sooner run.
Got to stay focused, boys.
And Ruiz definitely had a chance to throw out Johnson again with maybe having a little bit of a leg injury and just ricocheted off of him. You don't know if he took his eyes off this baseball. That was smoked at 109. Had some top spin on it. But look at it, really just handcuffs Ruiz right here on that second hop. I just don't think he took his eyes off of it.
Now that ball pushed back in front of the plate.
Got
LaChance
him.
is going to try to advance, and that was not the right decision.
Wrong play, Meet.
Souza got spiked on his throwing or his glove hand. But Ryder Helfrich's hustle Troy back in front of the plate to get to that baseball made this play possible.
Well, his athleticism and just threw an absolute bullet down there. And Ryder works at
that was a
sometimes
seed,
throwing
baby.
from odd angles, almost like infielders do. And he was able to throw that ball and put it right on the money to Nolan Souza. That's
why he's America's catcher.
By the way, that wasn't there on
America.
Ruiz. Then LaChance out 2-4 for the second out of the inning. We got too much blood going on in this game between Rutenbaugh and maybe Souza. Enough. Willits twice has bounced to third. He'll try Kojal this time. Camden gets there. Flips to first to Peck.
Good job,
The
Dietz.
Sooners do get a run. Make this a 5-2 game.
It's all good.
9 finalists for the Tony Gwynn Community Service Trophy. It's a nice honor.
Yeah, very cool.
It's for student athletes active in their community, represent their programs with integrity while excelling in the classroom and on the field. Kojal has a couple of base hits.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's in there trying to teach kids how to hunt and fish. There's got to be some kind of wildlife thing.
It's interesting you say that because, yes, he's dedicated some resources to supporting wildlife in the region, certainly the environment as he takes a strike. Through his NIL partnership with Two Rivers Fly Shop, he's used his platform and resources to support environmental efforts across northwest Arkansas. Also, the conservation of Lake Norm out there.
Okay.
There you go. Kojal spanks one out to right. This ball starts to travel. Harris with a leaping attempt and a catch in front of the fence. He had a few more feet to go, but what an athletic play by Harris to take extra bases away from Kojal.
Well, Harris was kind of playing around a little bit to the pole side, closer to the right field line, and you can see his athleticism. Great first step by Harris. Again, off the bat, you thought it might get over his head, and boy, I don't know if he had to leave his feet, but super nice play out there by the right fielder.
Here's Helfrich, who's 0 for 2. You know, watching the 3 games at Oklahoma this past weekend, the first 2 games, I'm thinking, wow, this is.
If you're listening to YT, I just sent you another email.
Wow, this is a real offensive park. Balls were flying out. But it felt to me a little bit like Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City before they moved the fences in this year. You get to the gaps, it's on turf, it's spacious. Outfielders that can run and go get some balls.
Yeah, Jim's here.
You can get some triples if you're not careful.
Well, that's why they have so many
gaps.
triples.
Yeah, that's right.
Here, it is really tough to get a triple.
Yeah, I got it.
You're going to have a carom that ricochets or something.
Welcome in to the newly Razorback Recon.
Outside.
Rebanding was a, you know what, last night.
I was up till 5 o'clock in the morning trying to get this all switched around. I forgot all about the show slides.
The SEC in walks. He's chasing 50, and that is number 48.
Well, hell, I texted you at 7:30.
If you're 3 balls, no strikes, and
I know
you just don't want it right down the middle because you know if you're taking, you want.
I was like, oh, he pulled an all-nighter.
Easy take.
All right, with that walk to Helfrich, Troy, there's a stat in our packet.
We got to fix our videos too, I think.
It estimates a hitter's total offensive contribution.
Did you notice how they're going from black sides to full screen again?
Well, Helfrich has all those walks.
What do you mean?
15 home runs.
Our intro and exit videos.
His number is 51 through.
All right.
What is
well, I'll show you after the show.
50 games.
After the live is over.
Think about that, Troy. Over the last couple of years.
Yeah, I think it did it before, and I can't remember what we had to do.
The leaders in Major League Baseball in runs created at a little more than 1.1
or maybe it's
per game.
Been that way, and I just didn't notice.
Wow. That's his number of runs created.
Yeah, Sean, I don't sleep much at all.
Is it during the basketball part?
And Oklahoma's
no, the basketball part actually goes full screen. It's the beginning, and it goes back and forth a couple times. Miss Sarge says all-nighter again. She's like, that's every night. Oh, commercials. Oh, well, at least it just says commercial break. Oh, no.
mixing a slider and a changeup as well. Kind of that three-quarter release point. Opponents are hitting 310 off of Barfield on the season, but Righty's hitting 333.
So he's from the same region. Would have
Can
been
you hear
in
me?
the same
Yes, I
district
can.
as
Now.
my kid's school.
All
I
right.
believe, Troy, he is the nephew of Jesse Barfield,
Okay.
the former Toronto Blue Jay.
Good lineage right there.
Eagle says seeing a flaming combat kitted Razorback
Pearland also has
waving a baseball bat at me is scaring me.
outstanding young player on that Texas A&M squad, Partita. Here is Pack, who struck out back in the second inning, his first at bat, so he's 1 for 14 in his freshman campaign. You're glad you have that one hit, but you'd like a few more.
I think so. It seems like that Peck is just getting beat. That
Appreciate it,
swing
Eagles.
is just a little slow.
That's YT right there, the graphics
To get
department.
that barrel head out there.
One gone in the inning. Flip to first, and Helfrich, who has stolen 6 back in standing. But just to finish my thought on that runs created stat, Troy, again, Ryder's at about .98. Let's call it 1 per game. And it's a number that accumulates and it counts. It continues to grow. And the leaders in Major League Baseball the last few years have been Shohei and Judge, and they've been at about 1.14. So that's how good Helfrich is at creating runs by getting on base, by being able to
Brent,
run, and
I would
hit for some
say
power.
slim to none
He's
as
just
of right
such a
now,
threat,
man.
and
I think we
that's why
whiffed
his
on
draft
that.
stock just
If you want my
continues
honest
to rise.
opinion.
Pitches up and out to Peck. I mean, I guess you can quantify it however you want. You can look at his numbers and say he's a pretty good catcher. You can see him move and run, and you can see him throw out runners. But there
If I
are
had
more
one,
indicators than ever before.
One
on how to
bugaboo about
quantify
Calipari, it's
your
that
performance.
big man,
Well, Ryder scored 45 runs. this
seems
inning, and
reluctant to
that's
get
what
that
exactly what you're talking about. is
dominant big
It's a
guy.
big number.
I look at 2 stats mainly: is are you scoring
But
runs
we will see.
and are you getting RBI? So you're driving in runs when you're at the plate, or are you getting on base? Some guys get on base just because they hit the ball hard, like Kahio Aloy. Seems like guys make more errors against Kahio because he just hits rockets.
Leads this team in runs scored. Not a lot of clubs have their catcher leading the team in runs scored.
Well, I tell you what, Brock, the catcher for Oklahoma, is taking a beating back there today. He's had multiple balls that have been hit off of him, and that's why
Said a lot.
Kevin Sweeney is kind of really taking his time to get back behind the dish, just trying to give Brock a little extra time, a little conversation as he walks by right there. I tell you what, you got to be tough to be a catcher, no doubt about it.
Arkansas did all of its damage in the second inning. Since then, they've had only 1 base runner. Sooners got a run at the top of the 5th. We believe it was unearned against Dietz, but regardless, it's a 5-2 game. Peck waits on the next pitch, and he takes, and it's down and in. That's ball 3.
Boy, Barfield really fell off the mound after that delivery. I mean, he ended up off of the dirt circle. It's almost like he completely lost his balance on that delivery, and you can see the pitch ended up at Peck's toes.
See what you got, Peck.
That's all right. He was LeBron James in it.
Barfield will stare at Helfrich. Ryder was going back to the base as the 3-2 was delivered, and Peck shoots one foul to the left. We'll do
How
it
tall
again.
is that
Might
pitcher?
have been a trainer over there that just speared that hanging over the railing.
Is that right? Someone's making a
Whatever
play?
height
Pretty
he
nice
is.
play.
I have no idea.
I think you might be taller than him, Sarge. I ain't gonna lie.
We might be about as round as each other. Good Lord.
Peck from Tennessee.
Suck that
waits
gut
on the
in,
pitch.
son.
Oh, there you go,
Drives
Peck.
one to
There you
left.
go,
This
Peck.
one was
Look at
tattooed
that.
Yep.
Way back.
Bye.
And long
Oh
gone.
my God!
Alexander Peck with his
Congratulations.
first Razorback home run.
Great job,
An
Peck.
absolute no doubter.
Big salute to you, sir.
And the Razorbacks
First
lead it
Razorback
7-2.
home run.
404 off the bat of Peck, who was 1 for 14 in his freshman campaign before that blast.
Well, I think Peck listened. I said, hey, son, you got to get the barrel head out into the zone. Watch, he got the barrel head out on a hanging breaking ball. The
Beautiful.
second that ball left the bat, it was an absolute no-doubter. And other than Alexander Peck, I'll tell you that one of the happiest people was Nate Thompson, the hitting coach. He was thrilled and was just jumping up and down
Hit that ball and
in
said,
the dugout for Alexander
Out of
Peck.
here.
And here's Aloy, normally the man getting the oohs and ahs. He was witnessing that, but Christian Turner had his first SEC homer to win the game on Sunday. Peck gets his first SEC and college home run in the 5th inning in a game he probably didn't anticipate getting any playing time.
Guys,
Certainly
come on,
not
remember,
early,
we
not
have
the
ladies
second
in the
inning.
Well, that's his first SEC hit.
in the Army too.
What is he only had one hit before that?
I know that's a layup, but
Well, that works.
It
if
does
you're a
work.
Razorback.
It is funny.
it is
The
funny.
Lewis line
But
to center, walked, and grounds one into the shift. To the shortstop, Willits. His throw is low, but scooped by LaChance. Nice play on the receiving end for out number 2.
That's what's nice, having a really big first baseman that can go out and turn that low throw into a short hop and just made that pick look really easy.
that's a good one, Connor.
So the Razorbacks now have 12 homers in their last 4 games. And from a few, maybe slightly unlikely candidates.
Yeah, Turner and
Here's
Peck.
Souza.
There you go, Souza.
He slices one out to
That's
left
gonna keep
center field.
cutting.
This ball
Yeah.
is gonna drop,
Oh,
nearly
yep,
split
it dropped.
Gamble and
That's a
Roy.
double.
Souza will hustle into second
Beautiful.
base and go in diving with
That
a
away,
double.
Nolan.
That's his second hit of the game.
He did get him
Boy, off
something,
the
Pacer.
bat, it just kept slicing away from walk, but Gamble almost made a Sports Center highlight
Riley
play
says,
right
as
there.
a lady, I
Great effort
approve
on both.
of the name
You
Big
talk about
Pecker.
splitting the outfield.
But walk backing this play up, Troy, was pretty impressive.
It really was. And Susan was thinking double the whole time, but look how close. This is a game of inches. Just missed it by Gamble. That's a great stop because
wow.
Sousa's going to get 2, and he might have gotten to third base if that ball isn't cut off by
The
walk.
things
That's a
you
great
see
play.
on the Razorback Recon
Oh,
show.
The
Did he
athletic
get some
trainers
grass
have
in
been
his eye?
altogether too busy today.
Nah,
Hopefully,
he got kicked in the face, it looks like.
Gamble's okay.
Oh, well.
I think it was
Maybe
the
you shouldn't put your face in front of a foot.
Could have cut him up there on the nose.
Okay, Miss Veronica approves too, so.
And this is like
All right,
a
guys.
war zone out here today.
It is.
You got the ladies' approval to
Rutenbar, Gamble, and then Sousa as well.
keep the nickname. Tim.
Mike Anu has doubled
Really?
his run and struck out. 2 for 12 this past weekend with the homer, 6 strikeouts.
All right, now we're just.
Let's not get crazy with it, okay?
Mom will be here
Okay.
tomorrow. Sister,
Woman
coming in
hog
with,
fan said the
her
pecker
young
cracker.
child from Charlotte, whose husband is the rugby player. Dad's back from Australia, so he felt like
This
with
one
this
could get
Hawaiian
out of
Heat Day
control
that it was kind of
quickly.
an island theme that his dad's also from Fiji
We can
in addition to Australia, so it's
reel
all
it in
island
just a
there.
little
So
bit.
he said Dad would be right at home
Oh, yeah.
with this island theme.
Mike Anu finds himself down 0-2. It was a really good fastball on the outside corner by Barfield. Then he came back with another one.
Let's go,
really
Micah.
staying away
Let's go, New. Do it
from Mike
again.
Anu. There's a huge hole on that right side. 3 infielders on the left side of second base.
2 outs and 2 strikes. New weights on the pitch from Barfield. That's a wave and a miss. That's
Darn.
a K to win the inning.
Stay away from that high
Arkansas, though, gets a
fastball.
couple of runs, Troy, on one big swing from the freshman.
Yeah, Alexander Peck got a hanging breaking ball and did not miss it. Just elevated that one out into the hog
The
pen.
Pecker.
A no doubter. 2-run homer. Hogs are up 7-2.
Puts it in the pin.
Sarge, it's Pecker Wrecker. I think you're muted.
Yes, I was. As a man in combat arms, I say, where are the women? Hard to find. Zach, you're right. I spent 16 years, and it was tough because we didn't have any women in our battalions. Yeah,
I like Connor's one.
I got
I
you,
like
Bill
what
Donald.
Connor said.
Call him Bubba for all that. Nope.
He
No.
almost got you, didn't he?
Stop it. Y'all trying to get Sarge canceled. What's up? Drive my car?
My car said, "Hey, yo." Let's just call him Woody.
There you go. The big libido.
Yeah, Peck had one hell of an eruption, didn't he?
Again, trying to hold on against the likes of Arkansas and others. First pitch swinging is Gamble. Rolls one to short. Peck did hold on to that baseball. I tell you what, it's never easy at first.
No.
With Rutenbaugh or Peck, but able to receive that one. One pitch, one out.
See that they're constantly over there trying to make sure balls aren't hitting the dirt.
But obviously Arkansas would like to be in that hosting conversation. I think Oklahoma would as well. And Hogs were able to pull that series.
Thanks, Weatherman Joe.
Last Sunday, Oklahoma did not have to finish.
Not only is Joe G a full-time moderator, he is also a meteorologist.
For the Razorback Recon channel.
And then you get into the single elimination.
Miss Veronica says she's laughing so hard.
So the opportunities are there. There just aren't many of those opportunities.
Everybody likes to be a little naughty now and then.
You know that the NCAA would love a host by the Razorbacks because of just
He
the
did just
numbers
adjust
they put in
himself
the
on
seats.
first base.
But they definitely have to earn it.
Good
There's a
pitch.
breaking ball for strike three. Troy hasn't thrown a ton of the curves. He's leaned on that cutter, but he found the breaking ball there.
Boy, that's really tough. When he gets on top of that pitch, the depth on it is incredible. Again, out of the hand, it looks like a ball.
So here's your top 16 projected national seeds. Oregon has UCLA this weekend in LA, correct?
That is correct. That's going to be tough. UCLA is really, really good and number one for a reason.
Boy, they had some struggles on the road in East Lansing, which is odd because Michigan State's not a tournament team, but it's late in the year. Strange things happen. Walked in the fourth and fouls that one off his leg. I would say, Troy, to DVH's credit, and I'm sure Skip Johnson probably in that same boat, maybe even Coach Corbin and Vanderbilt, they're more of an uphill swing. But he says, I just want to get in. Forget about hosting. And he said it's not a guarantee. It's not easy. Skip all those years with Augie Garrido in Texas. He knows it's tough. But
Yes, what they said, Johnny.
it's been 10 years since an SEC team with at least 15 league wins missed the postseason.
They even made a movie about
that
it.
seems to be kind of the number. The conversation around here is, does 17 give you a chance to be in that hosting conversation?
I think it does. I think 18's a lock. I think 17 is definitely in there. And, man, we've got another batter that's a little bit tweaked.
We got some issues
telling ya.
health-wise. I mean, with Arkansas, they get a win today. That would be 14 wins in league play with 5 more to go. And that one not close from Dietz. If Arkansas gets to that 18-win mark in conference play, it would be the 9th consecutive season with at least 18 SEC wins, which I don't even know how you put that into perspective. That's just incredibly good and consistent. Ground ball to Kojal. He will not have any more of this conversation. And Dietz make quick work of our tourney talk in the 6th with a perfect frame.
Dietz going to get us at least 7. He's going to get us at least 7. He got another inning for sure. That was an easy inning. He gets another complete easy inning like that. Let him go the whole game.
Oh.
Watch for that short later on tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure there'll be a title on that one you'll want to see with Peck's home run. If you watch our shorts on YouTube or on TikTok. %, took the poll, and 286 took the poll. 98% said yes on the Arkansas win. And that Majority is correct. Good job, everybody. That picked yes. The 2% that said no, jump on board. The wagon is rolling.
Are you waving that bat around for Peck?
Yes.
Well, I'm sure everybody used PTO today. They didn't skate out early, I'm sure.
If you say so.
Look how full the stadium is. Gotta love it.
We need those extra seats, Hunter.
That's right. Let's go, Hunter. We need them 4,000 more seats.
On the left. Meanwhile, Reed Hensley, another Texan, becomes the fourth pitcher used by the Sooners.
The fourth pitcher.
Yeah, we
Good.
Oklahoma power arms.
Got some healthy
Sooners
pitchers.
can roll out there. Here's another one.
Them dudes are not missing meals over there.
Fastball, curve cutter, and
you got a 1.6.
Yeah, I was gonna say
37 off of Reed Hensley.
You keep doing you, dude. If you got 1.69.
Against the Gators, the Sooners use 16 pitchers, including at least 3.
You be catching him at the barbecue pit,
right?
That's a tryout weekend. That's like a camp.
Zach Stewart leads off the bottom of the 6th inning. Looks at that real big high breaking ball.
Yeah, we got 1,010 people watching and 245 likes.
Lefty's only hitting 182 off
if you haven't hit that like button, we appreciate it if you would.
For the right-hander for the Sooners.
Shadows covering home plate.
It really helps out the channel, and it really makes Sarge happy.
It starts getting tough when it's about halfway to the mound. About an inning ago, is right in front of home plate.
Ozzy, let's be honest. Missouri's even worse than Oklahoma.
Halfway to the plate.
Stewart will take and look at one outside. That's on the fastball.
All right, we're just going to walk Zach Stewart. I gotcha.
I was curious if we might see Christian Turner starting today after that game-winning home run on Sunday. And Stewart's going to take a pitch for a strike at the bottom of the zone. And DVH teased it just a bit at the Swatters Club, but he said sometimes in a situation like that, you get a big swing.
He said he got a 0.00 MMA, missed meal average.
You prove otherwise because of the moment. And that's going to be ball 4 as
appreciate that, Eric.
So that one strike you threw, is that a sinker?
Great job
documenting. Just goes like straight nose dives at the bottom of the zone?
Yeah, most likely. I didn't see it. I was looking at the chat. But, yeah, if it's straight and goes down, most likely a sinker. Depending on the speed.
And that's how Christian got here anyhow.
I wouldn't mind seeing a Christian Turner.
Let's go, Pompey Eruption for Major Razor.
His dad, Christian Turner's dad.
Or that.
That's a really good bunt from Pompey. That's
an
easy base
he made it.
The Razorbacks in
we got a mini eruption. Yes, we are, Ozzy. It's Razorback Recon on X, Twitter.
Give you the bunt hit, then take it.
Yeah, mine's just
going back to Christian Turner.
The same as it is in here.
His dad didn't think. What a great job by Pompey. When that ball got down, there was no chance for Hensley to make that play, and Pompey runs really well. Now there's a runner in scoring position, no outs.
For Ruiz, who has a couple of strikeouts and a homer for a big on-base percentage guy.
Let's go, Ruiz.
2 of the 3 outcomes. Couple of Ks and a home run. He's going to show bunt, take one down for a ball. You were saying about Turner?
So real quick, that Christian Turner's dad didn't think he was SEC qualified, and Peyton Stovall goes, hey, he can play in the SEC.
Get him banned. All right, man, appreciate that.
Okay, and they go, he needs to go to Arkansas. So Peyton Stovall did some recruiting for DVH.
I like it. Corners are in, and Ruiz will bunt one foul. Dad is David Turner. He is the athletic director at Houghton High School, and also the assistant baseball coach. The funny part was Christian Turner had a walk-off home run at home, but his dad had already been long since ejected because, as Christian told me today, he hit 2 different home runs that were called foul. One
Amanda,
10 feet called foul. Another, he said, would have been at the edge of the
good
building.
to see you. I hope you're having a great Friday evening.
Oh, my goodness.
On a dark night, black night, called foul. And Dad at first base had enough. He was ejected. There's a bunt.
Oh, and everybody's
my
safe because they're out there
gracious.
doing a circus
You
stance.
Take it, I got it. No one took it. And the
Bases
Razorbacks
loaded,
are
nobody
like
out, and we ain't got a ball out of the
playing some
infield.
Small ball, back-to-back bunt hits, and they've loaded up the bases.
Again, just a really good technique right there. And I think if you're Hensley, you're the one that's going to make that play.
I know the Oklahoma coach is going, what are we doing?
Beer hats,
really
baby,
tough
beer
break for the
hats.
Sooners, and Hogs got bases loaded with no outs.
For Camden Kojal. So the beer hats over the Hawaiian shirts come out. Kojal again has knocked in 53 runs, 5th best in the SEC, and there's nobody better with runners on base on this team than Kojal. He's going to watch that pitch flutter up and out for ball 1. This season,
You're
with
doing
runners on
great,
base,
Amanda.
Kojal hitting .371.
We spent a lot of time with him yesterday. He was here several hours.
A walk and 2 bunt hits. It's fouled back and out.
Yeah,
but
sorry.
How about Turner's dad? He said, Christian told me that
I didn't know what
there
else
was
to
a
say,
bus
so I said
parked behind
circus
the left
dance.
field fence, and Dad was sitting in the bus with the window down when he hit the 3rd.
Not one of my
home run.
finer
There was a
moments,
walk-off
but
that was officially the first because the 2 previous ones had been called foul.
40-foot fair and you get called foul. That's rough.
I told him I would have lost my mind too. And Kojal takes one down. I guarantee you on the second one, there's no way I would have still been in the game. But the family was here. His high school baseball coach was here. They were thinking about leaving early.
Dang, that's crazy. Ozzy has me blocked on Twitter.
But remember, he was trying to bunt in the 9th inning before he was down 0-2 and got to swing away.
I think it was the high fastball that he fouled off is really what kind of gave him that confidence in that at-bat.
Moodley says bunt again.
Kojal in the driver's
There
seat.
it is. That's at least a
Left
run.
center field. Back goes Walk.
Oh, that's a grand slam, baby.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That's it. I'm picking up Camden Kojal on waivers for the fantasy real quick.
That's it. Atta boy, Camden.
The batter's eye, and the Razorbacks have this one firmly in command at 11-2. Home run number 15.
That ERA ain't 1.26 anymore, big boy.
He got fully extended, but it was enough.
Let's go, Mustard, baby.
Ball to center field. Watch him go down and get this baseball. That's down and away. It's not a bad pitch. And that ball just continued to carry. It had a lot of backspin. And
I don't know how much distance there is between that wall and the sign back there.
Camden Kojal has the best backspin in batting practice than any other Razorback hitter.
Is that natural or is that learned?
I think that's learned. I think he really
Cobra says my hog is cranked.
hit that bottom part of the ball, and it just kept carrying.
11-2 Razorbacks, and now Helfrich batting in their.
See, if you're not subscribed to the channel, this is what you miss out on, people.
In run rule territory, if they can score again and hold the Sooners.
We watch games and have fun.
So a game that started early could finish really
David
early.
said, grand salami.
Had 5 in the second, and they get 4 on one swing from Kojal in the 6th.
Well, off the way the swing was, I didn't have any idea that ball was going to get out of the park.
All right, so.
Yeah, I thought it was a sacrifice fly, really, but I didn't.
8 of Arkansas's runs.
It kept carrying.
Homers.
I believe that's right.
No, it'd be 7 on homers, I think. No, 8, yeah, because they've been 3 homers.
One up the middle, and into
grand slam.
Willits was playing righter to pull, so that was well to the left of second base, but Helfrich gets a single. His
3-run homer.
51st hit on the year.
Brett, I
and
know
a solo.
hindsight's 20/20, and it's easy to look back on things. This is going to bring out a pitching change, but Nick Weslowski, what did he sit down like 8 or 9 Razorbacks in a row and then walked one guy and they took him out? So that was one of those moves we talked about off air, saying I'm not sure why they did that, but we're going to see a new pitcher.
We're going to see a new pitcher.
In the hog pen.
We're going to go to
Pictures
commercial
they
break.
got.
They used 16 last week, so they must have quite a few.
Good Lord.
Okay, so now we're back from swinging the bat major razor eruption to major eruption. Because that was actually in honor of the Grand Slam. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's give Christian Turner some game-winning love.
Better watch out. You're injecting Ozzy with all that positivity with this video right here.
I'm like a Care Bear, spreading our love. All of us older folks know who Care Bears are.
They still have Care Bears.
Sarge. Do they? Is the Care Bear still a thing? Oh.
They still have them.
Wow. I didn't know that.
I bet he has.
I was gonna say I could probably agree with that, Amanda. I bet so. Last time I seen it, it was just a quick little line. The storm's gonna come through. Wasn't nothing that was gonna last very long. It didn't look like.
Better get ready for all those expensive college lessons to be a meteorologist.
Another, see his numbers right there. The 13 punch outs in only 10 1/3 innings is impressive, but Williams is going to sit mid 90s, maybe hit 97. Throw a slider, cutter, and a change. Opponent's hitting 293 off the right-hander. Tell you what, they definitely have some power arms.
Yeah, they do, and obviously pitching is the background of their head coach.
Oh, I thought they were taking the pitcher out. What happened?
Trying to fight their way through this.
It says 17 pitches.
To keep this game rolling. But the first 5 Razorbacks have reached. This was after Arkansas sent 9 to the plate in that 5.
Oh, Sarge.
And keep in mind, Arkansas and Oklahoma have not played a ton. This is the first matchup as SEC combatants, but the Sooners had won 4 straight coming into these weekend games. Those were all midweek games, including one that went back to just a few seasons ago. Here's Peck. Well, Troy, he had 1 hit and
Woody's up
SEC until they get a 2-run homer in the 5th. How do you outshine that? Do you do it again?
I don't know. I mean, I tell you what, his confidence level is totally different in this at-bat for sure.
Came on defensively for Rutenbar back in the top of the 2nd inning.
Dun, 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 dun.
Walk, bunt hit, grand slam, single. Probably how you did not have it drawn up. Peck will foul one back and out of play.
He wanted that one too.
Reese Robinette again had a brace on his right leg that he injured diving at a home plate and was trying to take some ground balls at first, but it was a small step one. Let's put it that way.
Wasn't very fluid over there.
No, there was not a lot of lunging or moving quickly in either direction. As Peck takes ball 2 down and out. There's Reese. I know, Troy, when the calendar gets late, you're just trying to find a way to get back and get ready to contribute before season runs out.
Yeah, that's tough getting hurt at the end of the year, and you just hope he can make it back.
Peck fouls one out of play. I think he was standing next to
Sarge. If he continues, if he's really good, I can see some NIL deals.
DVH basically said Hunter Dietz is the starter, and after
yeah,
that, who knows? Meaning
probably from
Gibbler in the
Trojan.
Bullpen, it seems like Gackle will start, but we don't know when. Right now, it's one starter and everybody else.
I think that DVH was just kind of his mindset coming in this weekend. We're winning on Friday, and we'll figure it out from there.
I would agree. Peck will wave and miss for out number 1.
He went plastic.
It is unique, though, because you get this deep into the year, and it feels like you've got fewer and fewer candidates to be automatically in.
Oh, I got to stop with that.
You kind of navigate the game.
Dave, they moved it up because of weather.
If this is a 7-inning game, or if this
started
is
at 4.
Dietz performance, it sets up the bullpen and the rotation.
If you followed our Twitter, I retweeted it.
If you follow us on Twitter, you know you'll get updates on that kind of stuff.
Matt Hobbs, if Dietz can go.
That way you don't miss a moment.
If Arkansas can scratch out another run and he can have a complete game, that would be huge.
Eloy launches one out of here now. It would put it in.
Riley says. She's on point today. Fiery.
Coming off a 7-3 homer weekend
spicy.
against the Rebels. Fouled that one back and out of play from Williams.
That was power versus power right there. How about 97 on the fastball?
Honor.
One of those
oh my goodness! I know he didn't go there. Oh my God!
We had him on the telecast in Game 2 of that series with Ole Miss. He was fun to talk pitching with. Did Eloy swing? Our plate umpire Kevin Sweeney says he did, so it's 1-2.
You should have asked for an appeal on that. That didn't look like he swung to me.
Talking about these games that Oklahoma and Arkansas played, it was March of 2021, the last time they've gone head-to-head, and OU won that game here 8-5. Today it's pretty much been all Razorbacks.
Come on, smack this thing.
To the tune of 11-2, and Eloy will one-handed swing and foul that one back to the screen.
Eloy wants one so bad. Look at him.
Swinging a wiffle ball bat with one hand. That was
ready.
Crazy.
Didn't he lose one when Dietz was on with us last week?
Oh, he threw it on above the third base dugout. I think Cahill's going to probably see a cutter down and away right here.
Put another one in that barbecue joint.
So 5 pitchers for the Sooners. Eloy waits on a 1-2. Here it comes. Boy, that was yanked, but what a pick by Brock. And his throw to second base is going to get Helfrich. Each team has lost a runner who's tried to advance on a dirt ball and been thrown
I don't
out.
mind that up 11-2.
What you do as a base runner at first base, they call it down angle, and you can see when the ball leaves the pitcher's hand that it's going to hit in the dirt. So Helfrich thinks that ball's going to kick away, but great play by Brock and perfect throw.
Not a caught stealing, but an out, and that is the second. Two balls, 2 strikes, to Cahillo. Yeah, it's hard not to run when you see that ball down, but then Brock makes the pick and throws out Helfrich easily. Just did miss. There's all kinds of room.
Let's be honest, Sarge. It should be 3-1.
Eloy pulls one.
Should be what?
Look at the gap in left
It should
center.
be.
That is huge.
He should be on first base right now. If
Oh,
you didn't
yeah.
Call that a swing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's the payoff. That's a swing and a miss. So Eloy is done. Arkansas settles for 4, Troy, but they came
Not
on
yet,
one.
Amanda. Oh, there we go. Yep. Oh, that's gone.
We trying to, Amanda. I gotta find a designer that can graphically design Major Razor to be able to be put on a shirt, and maybe a Sarge Squad logo for the hat. Maybe like a double R for Razorback Recon logo for the shirt. I'd like to do a run a shirt sometime
with some binoculars
with all of the members' names on it and on the back going down. One, that's something special like that.
That's a lot of members, Sarge.
Yep.
It's what, 4,600?
No, members, not subscribers. But we are at almost 4,700. We're trying to get to 5,000 before the SEC tournament's over. And 6,000 before football season starts.
On a roll, Brett.
Giving up 2 runs, only one of those was earned, and that was the ground ball.
They're letting him come back out?
The nose of Woodbar after a couple of walks.
Looks like it.
Second.
Yep.
He'll face 8, 9, and 1.
Get this complete game going.
Harris, and then
Well,
Johnson.
full game anyways.
Branch has been a pest, though. He has an infield base hit. He has also walked and looks at strike one.
Well, complete game is a full game.
How about
I also have a big
60
back.
strikes on those 86 pitches?
Sarge can
He fills
confirm.
up the zone, doesn't he? It's fouled back and out of play.
Yeah, we are matching polar bears, that's for sure. Grizzlies.
I'm just taller.
I think
Yeah,
really,
YT's just
since
taller.
Arkansas has kind of settled this down just a bit and have started to win series, it has been that ability to win on Friday night or Thursday nights. Game one of the series with Dietz. Boy, he's thrown 3 of those, though, today that have been interesting.
That's the curveball that early on in the fall and early spring, that's where it would end up. And it's just popping out of the back of his hand. He's not getting those fingers.
So it's not
on
like he's
top.
sweating today. It just slips every
No,
once
I
in a
think
while?
it just pops out.
For a man who throws nothing but strikes, it's those 3 that have been the outliers today, but he gets
Yep,
another
see you on
K.
the
Yeah,
bench.
and then he goes back to the cutter. You can see the velocity is a little
Back
bit
to
different.
the pine meat.
And I think it's just it's almost like a fastball with just a little bit of tweak and twist.
Make him run out of K's, Dietz.
Really, really good pitch.
Here's Desan Harris keeping our K counter busy. Harris has singled in a run.
Well, he can
It's
only
fun to talk
possibly
to,
get
Coach
27
Johnson
if he
about
struck
Harris
out
this week,
everybody.
and that ball's punched into left for a base hit. Troy, this is a guy who stepped on campus as a walk-on.
I don't know
and
if
has
they
just
have
earned
enough
his
room for all that.
opportunities and enhanced his role.
Oh, you got to love
Well, I can
that.
say that's never been done.
A kid that has that much confidence to go, I'm going to go to an SEC school, not just a D1 school, and walk on because I feel like I can play at that level and contribute.
Ran a 6.460 at the camp, and everybody said, ooh, I kind of like that.
That'll do it.
As Camden Johnson steps in, doubled and scored in the 5th. But Skip had one of the best quotes of the year, and he was talking about the development of Harris, who's at first, and he said it's like planting a tree in your front yard and watching it grow 5
Yeah,
feet
that
every year.
something like that, Sean. Yeah, absolutely.
That's fun.
Just see it continue to grow and get better. As Johnson takes strike one. There you go.
Got to do is keep them where they're at, hit one home run, and
1 on, 1 out.
Game
It's a
over.
wave and a miss. Johnson's batting average entering play today, you see it at 310, it was 309. That's 41st best in the SEC. You think it's an offensive league when
hey, there's a
310
storm
is
system coming into
41st
Fayetteville
best?
right now.
Yeah,
though?
that's tough.
Well, he's going to add to it.
Yeah.
Pokes one out to left.
It's supposed to be around
So
8
both
o'clock.
Harris and Johnson have singled in similar spots. A pitch gun up over 90 now, and Dietz trying
It's
to get
still
through
sunny
7
at my
innings.
house.
And the Sooners trying to do a little bit of damage
I
late
do
to
see
crawl
some
back
darker
into
clouds
this game.
on the
Yeah,
horizon
that's an
coming.
0-2 pitch that Hunter Dietz is going to want back. That got way too much of the plate and ended up
Because
about
it's not even
belt
going to start
high.
raining until about 7.
Yeah.
If you're Hunter Dietz, you want a ground ball right here and get out of this inning.
Brock is 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. Troy, go back to last Friday when Dietz pitched against the Rebels. He got the first 2 outs in the 6th, gave up a homer to Udemark, then went walk when he was kind of at the end of his rope, but he got the K to end his outing, and I think he's trying to kind of summon something here, and what'll probably be
Looks
his
like
last
he's getting a
inning.
little
I think
tired
so.
up.
That didn't miss by much. Tried to
I mean,
work in with the
if he is
fastball.
tired, 93 miles an hour ain't.
Fans have been grumbling with Kevin Sweeney a lot this afternoon despite the 9-run lead. Trying to help out Dietz just
There's
a bit.
meteorologist
Brock will
behold.
take, that's a strike. Bottom of the zone.
That's one of that low strike. I think Helfrich stole one right there. That could easily be ball 3. But it's been a strike all
it
game
has
long.
been.
Good
Dietz will
pitch.
spin one in on the cutter.
He is not wasting any time. He is delivering to the plate before 10 seconds.
Some guys are more laborious between pitches the later they get into an outing. It feels like Dietz is the opposite. That's up the middle. They get the force at second. They
Double
win,
play.
and
Good
a
job.
Double play.
Way to save
It
that.
looked like
Good
it
job,
was
guys.
almost in no man's land, and Nolan Souza ends up getting 2 for the price of 1.
Well, I think that Hunter Dietz deflecting this ball slowed it down just enough and allowed Souza to get there. And that's a great athletic play and a strong throw by Nolan Souza.
Good job, fellas.
Go. Way to turn a double. See how all 55 of my pitchers are doing this evening.
Yeah.
Only have 4 going today.
For the 5th time this week.
No, a couple of them went down before the game started, remember? With elbow soreness.
Yeah, Zach, I think that was his last inning. I would agree with that. Now we need to have McLovin come on out and finish it up. Or hit a home run here in the bottom of the inning and just call it a day.
Yeah, just throw one over the middle, get out of this game, Oklahoma, regroup, and come back, and we'll do it again to you tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. In even grander fashion.
Just let Christian Turner go out there. He'll hit it. Throw you a little slow ball right over the middle. Just underhand it.
Yeah, Johnny. One of those FAFOs, man. Yeah, actually, we don't really need McLovin today. Probably Eves or somebody like that.
A little Hawaii theme all weekend long. It's either that or we can celebrate VE Day. I guess celebrating Hawaiian Heat's better than victory in Europe in 1945, but the fans are oblivious to all of that. They just want to see Briscoe Smith, Troy, because we have not seen him.
Yeah, this is going to be his first appearance of the season. And again, I started looking at the scouting report, and it's just blank. Well, we know why now. And threw a couple pitches, 94, 95 miles an hour in warm-ups. So
yeah, we saw about that Johnny Jones. That young man made a very bad decision that's going to affect him for the rest of his life.
And then won 5 state championships as a high school baseball coach in Oklahoma.
Okay.
So, comes from some good bloodlines. Going to look at Souza, then New and Stewart in the bottom of the 7th.
I'm not going to talk bad about him, but
Souza already has a
he'll
couple
definitely
of hits,
learn his lesson,
single
hopefully.
and a double, in addition to a strikeout. Takes a fastball at 94 for strike 1.
Go on and get you that homer to go with that double and single.
This is pitcher number 6. So I mentioned Baseball America.
Where'd they get this kid from? The high school?
Teams and the other polling services.
I think they just put a guy
14, they had Oklahoma
out of the
16,
crowd.
which makes this a matchup you would think, in essence, to
hey, would you
really
like to
play
pitch?
for a hosting site. It's more complicated and nuanced than that, but Arkansas off to a good start this weekend.
Can you throw the ball straight?
It's
Yes?
1-2
Okay,
to Souza.
come with me.
Looks like a pretty relaxed Razorback dugout.
I would say so. Kind of feels like a spring training game, doesn't it, with that 4 o'clock
bit.
start? Not quite the Friday night intensity you get under the lights in these series openers. Souza lifts one to left. Gamble will retreat a couple of steps. He'll make the catch. It's out in left field.
Gamble, all you had to do was drop it and then fumble around for it a little bit. And you
field. So instead of a bullpen,
got off the field.
their pitchers go out there and basically throw on
Gone
a
home
mound
for the
in what
day.
is a mini version of a field. So
Oh,
you're
wow.
not claustrophobic. You're way behind the fence, behind what would be the hog pen here, and you have your own little mini complex out there.
That's
like
pretty
it is
cool.
a spring training setup.
Yeah, it is. Well, then we've got multiple Sooner pitchers that's kind of had that same feel as well.
You're right. Exactly right. Here's Mike Anu. It's down the middle for strike 1 when you're seeing a different pitcher every inning or so. And listen, Mercurius, who only went an inning and a third, did not get
Kid
this
does
off to
have
the
a little
best
bit of
start for
juice,
the
doesn't he?
Sooners
Throwing
from that
95.
standpoint.
Well, that big 5-run second
wiry.
by Arkansas really kind of turned this game upside down.
Brock sets up outside, and New will take down and out.
That's about how big
With
I
the
was
win,
in the
Arkansas
7th
would
grade,
go to
Sarge.
14 and 11 in league play.
Yeah, me too.
Mike Anu has struck out twice after that RBI double in the second. He swings and drives
that could
one
be
in
it.
the air.
Let's go.
Deep left
Ball
field.
game.
That in
That
the
away,
sky
Micah.
high. Goodbye, ball
Oh,
game.
my God.
Micah New ends it.
Goodbye.
The Razorbacks played long ball today. Ruiz packed the slam from Kojal and the game ender from Micah New, and it's a 12-2 Razorback win in game one. Boy, Troy, did they hit some no-doubters as well?
Oh, absolutely. The second that ball was hit, Gamble, the left fielder, didn't move. He just turned around and watched it. And again, 405 feet, 102 off the bat. And boy, the power is really starting to surge for these Razorbacks. Watch this swing.
Congratulations,
This is a
Daddy
hanging ball.
New.
And New got some really big backspin on it, just like Camden Kojal did. It's a really good win for Arkansas.
Mr. Steven.
They need to try to carry that
I don't know if he's
momentum
in here
into
today.
tomorrow.
He's not. He hasn't been in here
405
today,
feet, I
but he
would
may
say
watch
the
it.
New family here for senior weekend. Pretty happening, Troy. 9 of Arkansas's 12 runs come on long balls today, which had a very familiar feel to last weekend against the Rebels.
Yeah, it really did. And again, some guys that are starting to produce that have kind of been scuffling a little bit in this Razorback order. But boy, 1 through 9, there's really not a hole in that lineup right now.
I would say the fireworks show at 6:20 loses a little bit of its luster.
It really does, yeah. You can't really see it out there.
Not quite as pretty in the nighttime sky when it's 6:20. But the Razorbacks get the win. And Troy, I guess now you get a little bit greedy. If you're Arkansas, if you're Oklahoma, you want to fight your way back into this series tomorrow.
I think it's
We
all
only
going to
used
say it about
one
what's going
pitcher,
to happen
like
at the
Moody
beginning
said.
of that game
Yeah.
at 2 o'clock tomorrow.
They used
If you're
27.
Oklahoma, you got to come out fast. If you're Arkansas, you just got to keep the pedal.
All right, everybody. We are out of here with that one. As fast as that home run into the game, it ends the show. We do appreciate everybody coming and watching with us today on this Friday evening. If you are going to get some of them storms coming through in a little bit, stay safe. Hope everything's good for you. And tomorrow is 2 o'clock start, so we will be live at 1:45. And again, if you ain't following us on X, please go over and follow us on X and Twitter. X will anything that changes, TikTok and X. Anything that changes with the show or news that we break or something will be posted on our X account, Twitter account. So if you want to see it, follow us over there. And we appreciate everybody that was on Twitch with us today. We don't forget about you guys over there. We appreciate you too. And again, I guess we want to thank Build Right Buildings also for being a member of our sponsor of our channel, Razorback Recon. They've been great to us. D Black says, that's all I wanted for my birthday, baby. Let's go. Well, happy birthday, D Black. And there you go. A Hogs walk off winner. Where they want to walk off, but you know what I mean. So, I guess everybody from the Sarge and White
And me.
and Hog Wild, we got some work to do to get ready for tomorrow's show. We got to get some stuff figured out here, but we will see y'all tomorrow. We love y'all. And 145, Woo Pig. Continue mission, everyone.